All right.
Oh, you're good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just had to watch some AEW and all that. That's all.
Yeah, I was watching it. I just finished watching it. I was.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy got an upset
Yep,
over Jericho.
Jericho. Yeah. So he got out of that $7,000.
Yep. So
And
anyway,
yep, and he's got $7, and we are live and uncut episode number 3. As always, it is me, the phenomenal one, and on this side I'm joined by Mr. Jordan. Joined by Mr. J Man's Legit, better known as Mr. Jordan. And Jordan, what's going on with you?
nothing much, man. I had to do my own thing earlier today at 5, and yeah, pretty much it was 10 minutes worth of explaining myself if something was actually worth doing what's right and what's like it's called common sense. Right and
Mm-hmm.
wrong, and just explaining myself of my character and all that. So, but that was all for me on my channel. This is your channel, and this is live and uncut. And you, as usual, we don't usually have our fellow guests that from time to time, like say Generation Kenny or
Mm-hmm.
or Mister Jonathan Hanna.
Mm-hmm.
Not Jonathan Hannah Montana. Now let's be real here.
Uh, yeah, he's definitely as far away from that as you can be. Far away
Yeah, I
from him
mean,
as you can be.
because he ain't no crazy uh teenage girl who has to change personas by having to wear a wig.
Yep, he stays real, and he's real as it can be.
So, based on last Sunday, or excuse me, last Sunday, this past Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
it's decided that we're going to do this on a Wednesday night basis around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
cool with that.
Yeah.
However, it was just announced that All Elite Wrestling will have Dynamite on this next Saturday on August 22nd on a
Mm-hmm.
special start time at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, to be honest with you, I don't see any problem with that. Oh, there's Jonathan. How you doing, man?
Hey man.
But
I'm gonna send you the if you wanna join in, I'll give you that link over Discord.
anyway, back to what I was saying about AEW Dynamite. It's gonna be something different, but it probably won't count them having and one-upsmanship in the Wednesday Night Wars because it'll be on a Saturday. So, as
Mm-hmm. Yep.
a matter of fact, last week they had like 900,000 over 900,000 viewers, while NXT last week had over 600,000.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
that's probably the biggest ratings gap in a long time for AEW and NXT.
yeah, and it's probably a good thing for AEW. The more viewership they got, the better they have it going back to 1 million when they first started in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, but here's one thing I will not tolerate. If there's one thing I cannot stand is people like Brandy Rhodes or the Young Bucks that can't take constructive criticism. And if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about how they delete their Twitter accounts over criticism from a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter isn't the best, social media platform. Never has been, never will be. But for them to delete their Twitter accounts because of constructive criticism is basically childish, if you ask me.
I agree with that. Although that's not the story that they're gonna tell you, is that they got constructive criticism. That's definitely not what they're gonna say. I know Brandy accused them of saying that she apparently got threatened. She apparently got threatened or something like that.
Oh, please. Next thing you know, she'll probably pull the card where it's the color of her skin is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
That wouldn't surprise me. That definitely wouldn't surprise me either.
And the Young Bucks. I mean, what would the excuse for the Young Bucks be? Would it be like they got trolled?
I wouldn't surprise me if they said something like that. If they said they got trolled.
Please. The Young Bucks, both Matt and Nick, they're big boys. They can handle themselves. And as for Brandy, the only reason why she can't take constructive criticism, it's obvious. She is not a good wrestler. And she just can't cut it in the ring. The only person that can is the one she's teaming up with. Wait on. AEW needs a lot of changes. I give it a year or two. You never know, You never know, Kenny.
They do need some changes. Kenny, if you want to get on the chat, I have a link for you, and I'm gonna send it to you through Discord.
The only thing that I think that needs to be changed with AEW is the way how booking is on whether it's the like it desperately needs a change for the women's division. Honestly, it does because they're not showcasing them just as they should.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. Their women's division definitely could use a few more stars into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not at the par where it needs to be. Because
look at TNA back in the day in the 2000s and early 2010s. That's how you could book women.
Yeah, one of the best women's divisions, if not the best women's divisions, I think, ever in wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, and you want to know how WWE, gets that, that many talented women and want to produce matches like that? Because they're taking TNA's concept. And they were trying to follow up of the matches they had with Lita and Trish Stratus, one of the greatest women's rivalries of all time. Women's and tag team divisions are. I'll get to that too, Kenny. And this whole tag team appreciation night, I can understand wanting to, pay homage to great tag teams of the past, like the Road Warriors, the Rock and Roll Express, the Hart Foundation, the Rockers, pretty much anybody who is a great tag team, even the Dudley Boys and Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian. But with the tag division of how it's being booked, I'll say this. The way how they're booking their tag champions is not what I'd call the best in the world.
Mitchell Hill Jr., what's going on?
How's it going, Mitch?
Just saw you in the chat. Can't find Kenny's Discord.
Kenny should have. Wait, do you know which one he is?
I think I do.
You think you should know what it is? Not. I mean, always know.
I've seen it enough to where I can tell. I can figure it out.
Okay. But anyway, yeah. Basically, look how they're booking Kenny and Adam. Okay. The way how they're booking them as tag team champions is not what I'd call a walk in the park. It's pretty. It's not what I call what you. Look at SCU. That's how they should have done that with them. They at least they had them, being booked right. But when you have Kenny and Adam as the tag team champions, either they don't do the 30-day limit period, or they're just flat out lazy. And I don't know who's more lazier. Is it either Adam Page or is it Kenny Omega? Because honestly, I'd have to go with the Hangman on this one.
I was thinking Hangman. As soon as you said that, I was thinking Hangman because, Kenny has at least wrestled. Kenny at least has wrestled with the Bucks.
Yeah,
during this time, and Hangman really hasn't done a lot. He did that singles match a couple of weeks ago with, I think, someone from the Dark Order. But other than that, he really hasn't done a whole lot.
Yeah, and it's all, here's another thing. Some people knew he wasn't going to beat Jericho last year at All Out because, Jericho has more, popularity and more, more, bigger following and all that more than Adam Page will have. But however, if they had let Adam Page win the AEW World title last year, they could have been stepping in the right direction. How it's all about the next generation,
Yeah.
But that's just me saying.
Yeah.
But now all day, I just keep seeing every time I see him come into the ring, it's always he has a beer in his hand. He has a beer in his hand. He has a beer in his hand. What is this?
Mm.
Oh, it's the man who was like, "Look at my eyes! Look at my eyes!" I love that. I love that this past Sunday, Kenny.
Oh man. Yo, what's going on? What's going on, Mr. Ken Meister?
I'm here, folks. Yeah, Generation Kenny here. Yeah, as you were saying about the tag team division, it is so dry because like they need like they have like so many tag teams that like they could have like signed to AEW, but they just laxed on it a lot.
We all know that they're trying to build up between the Young Bucks versus FTR, which is F the Revival. But however, the one thing that's wrong is the fact that they're not showcasing all their tag teams. They might be doing it on AEW Dark, but then again, that could just be another smokescreen.
Mm-hmm. But then again, not many people really care about If I'm being honest, not many people really care about Dark.
No, they don't. You know why?
Especially when you have a recap of what happened on Dark, on Dynamite during matches.
Here's the problem they have here. The problem they have here is that they need to worry less about recapping off of Dynamite and worry more about how to, do, like, what was it called again? I know the squash matches are there, but it's also, like, I'm gonna look at the words of pro wrestling, things and all that, so that way I can. But anyway, the point is they need to get their tag division in order along with the women's division. That's the only two divisions that they have that are having problems. Now, mid card and main event status, I don't see any issues with that, which is fine. But with the tag team and women's divisions, I can't help but notice, but there's like a little bit of, too like unbiased for them, like it's too biased towards them. I'm sorry, not unbiased, but too biased against them.
Mm-hmm. And I can see where you're coming from there, like, because, like, don't get me wrong, their tag division, the thing with AEW's tag division, in my opinion, they have a little too many tag teams.
Even better, I mean, they don't showcase the tag teams.
Yeah, because there's at least 10 teams, at least, on AEW. Yeah, there's at least 10 teams. That's a lot. That's a lot for a tag team division.
If they can not put them in a title picture, at least put other teams into a feud or into a story, to make a lot more sense. So, especially with mid card division, the mid card is kind of decent, but the problem with the mid card is that they have the TNT title. It should have been the AEW television title or something like that, not TNT title. That's kind of that's a bit too much right there, and also giving it to Cody.
Oh my God!
Speaking of that,
let me tell you.
Yep.
Let me tell you this. I agree with my friend Jerome on this. They should not have put the TNT title on Cody Rhodes. I mean, he was already over with the fans. He didn't need a title.
I see what they're trying to do with Cody. I see what they're trying to do with it.
I do too, but I know one thing: it ain't working as well as they think it should.
It's not, and especially you have a title called TNT. Most people from different places, most people from different countries don't know what TNT is.
Yeah, no, they know what it is. It's explosives.
Yeah, but when they look at that, they're like, TNT. What's that actually mean? I'm like, it's actually a television channel from America.
And yeah, I agree with you. And the thing is, I don't understand why they couldn't call it the World Television Title. I mean,
exactly.
the NWA has the World Television Title. Ring of Honor has a World Television Title. I mean, practically anybody that is anybody within the wrestling, business within its history have been known to be having World Television Titles. So,
except for WWE because they're too good.
Well, I don't think they ever needed a television title, to be honest. I mean, the Intercontinental title and the United States title have always been good enough. But then again, the belt designs, do not get me started on that. But anyway, but as for this, title for AEW, Yeah, I was thinking like one channel that it represents. What about the other channels like TBS or True TV or Adult Swim, Cartoon
Mm-hmm.
Network? They're affiliated with Turner. I mean, like seriously, what about those channels?
Oh yeah, and then think about what happens if AEW loses their TV deal with TNT.
Oh my God, thank you. Because I do know that their television deal will expire sometime in 2023. But the problem is, that's the point. What I mean, do they really honestly think that naming a title after a channel is the smart idea? I don't think so.
And on top of that, like one of the like the I guess like somebody in the headquarters for like the whole television from TBS and TNT got fired. That's what I heard about. And this is a big deal because he actually like he has ties with Tony Khan, and things don't look pretty too good with AEW as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got I'm at Wikipedia glossary of professional wrestling terms, and this will help me, discuss about AEW
Mm-hmm.
Dark, what it should be about. But continue.
But yeah, speaking of the TNT title, I'm pretty Kenny, did you see the finished version of the TNT championship?
I don't want to see it, but what it looks like.
What the TNT title looks like? Is he talking? Are you asking about the TNT title design?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no! Oh yeah, definitely show him. You gotta show him. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, you can
Mm-hmm.
what? Okay, no, hold
Wait,
on.
wait. No, wait. Is that really? No, that's not. That's not the current design right there. It's one of those. It's one of those. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Right around there.
Yeah.
Okay, now that looks good. That looks way better. Okay, you gotta agree with that.
I agree with that. I wish they just took TNT off of it. Like took that off.
I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking. How about just put in TV?
Yeah.
That way it
Mm-hmm.
be known as the TV title. You can't just put television all over the belt because I got a circle all over it. But still, hey, but you know what?
Mm-hmm.
The best part about this title is at least like all the other titles in AEW, they don't have that changeable side plates. Where you can
Oh,
use logo.
finally, I meet someone who hates that as much as I do.
Oh my
You
God!
talk about that. You talk about like they use the side plates for WWE.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the customizable side plate. Oh my God!
it's stupid.
At first, I thought it was okay because I thought it was going to be only for the WWE title. But then
Oh, but
then they started milking it on other championships too, and it kind of just got tiring after a while, and it just kind of got annoying. Like it was cool at first, but now it's just overused, and I think it just needs to go, or it needs to be just for the WWE title, or just something.
Yeah,
I think I'm always going to be a nameplate guy
me
over
too.
over the customizable side plates because I think those are dumb.
I hate the customizable side plates. They are like the bane of my existence. I'm not gonna lie. Because let's face it, I grew up watching wrestling where you had a nameplate in the little middle part, like way below the title, main plate. Okay, it was like the World Heavyweight title. It was the same for the WWE Undisputed title before it changed to a WWE Spinner Championship, which is one I grew up mostly from 2005 through 2013. But then you had like the Intercontinental title, and even though that didn't originally have a nameplate design, but still a great oval looking belt. Then there's the United States Championship, the World Tag Team and WWE Tag Team Championship, and the Women's Championship and Divas Championships. So I love that kind of stuff, nameplates instead of these customized side plates. I mean, like, God, it's like I want to be like, look at my eyes. It's the anxiety and all these customizable side plates, man. Just look at my eyes. But anyway, I found out what word I was looking for in regards to AEW Dark.
Mm-hmm.
I think AEW Dark should only have enhancement matches, like for enhancement talent. Okay, they should like focus more on that instead of recapping of what happened this week on Dynamite or that week on Dynamite or this pay per view.
Mm-hmm.
No, they should just focus more on enhancement talent, like enhancing their talent that they have currently contracted. Because if they don't, they're going to lose people. I mean, the talent pool for WWE is so thin. Can you imagine what it'll be like for AEW if they don't, if they don't get their act together?
I actually think AEW's roster, if I'm gonna be honest, I think AEW's roster is too big.
It's too big, but it's like not enough. I'll say like how do I put it? Like unfamiliar faces. It's just like it's too many people that like we don't even know who they are. Like,
well, Kenny, that's the point, because I mean most of the faces you see, we're not supposed to know until we get to know them in the weeks and months and years to come. That's what AEW is. It's supposed to be different that way. I mean, now, if you want to take a step further back in regards to familiar faces, oh my God, don't get me started on WCW when they had to keep getting familiar faces from WWF and all that.
It wouldn't be like that. It would be like if they want like top indie guys from it, I would understand that.
Well, most of the guys they got up there are mostly indie, but not very popular. But that's the point.
Yeah.
At least the pay rate, they give them is pretty evened out, I guess.
It's better than what you get. It's probably better than what you get if you be in the NWA. Being honest.
The NWA?
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking like the rap group, or are you talking about the wrestling organization?
The wrestling organization.
Yeah. By the way, who agrees with me that that rap group should not, have those initials?
Well, it was back in the day. Like whatever happened in the 90s, that's how that shit was.
Here's the deal. You want to think of something original, try and think about the initials first, where they come from, before you name your rap group. That's the same thing with, NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance, they've been around way longer before the rap group.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, they should have thought like, can we please, have the rights to use these initials just as you do, before, taking it upon themselves to do it themselves. Now, as for NWA, I'll admit, the National Wrestling Alliance, it's rebuilding. I will say that right now. And they're focused on one thing, the one territory themselves. And I think NWA Power, it's got potential, but however, there hasn't been that much power, no pun intended, since the global spread, virus and all that, the global wide, pandemic.
That's kind of hindered the company as some people, like a lot of people, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but some people left the company, and that further puts things back.
Well,
and then
yeah. But you know what? Here's the point. I think that's a good thing that NWA Power is, on hiatus. You know why? Because what is a studio wrestling without a studio audience? That makes no sense. It defeats the purpose for that. Now, here's what I'm really looking forward to when it does come back. I hope it's filled with people. In fact, I'm hoping that when this whole thing is over with COVID-19 and we can have things back the way we used to have them, that we can actually have the wrestling business back to where it can be, where people can jam pack in the arenas and be, having fun and doing what they do. Because, to be honest with you, as much as I love AEW and their original ideas for them having the idea for having their employees and all that be quote unquote fans, and then WWE have to copy off of them and act like as if they made that up. Yeah. it just, I just hope, we can like, have that back, the true fans of wrestling.
And I agree, and I definitely think that fans will come back. They're going to come back eventually.
Yeah,
I know. I know
yeah,
AEW tries to have. I know AEW tries to have some fans, kind of like in the deep sections of Daly's place. They're trying to have fans, but I don't know if we're. But it's going to be a while, I think, before we can go back to fully selling out arenas.
Well, if there's one thing I do know about WWE is this: I highly doubt they're going to have fans jam packed the rafters after all that's been revealed about them. They might have over 1,000 or so, but not thousands.
Yeah, it's like the same for New Japan because like they like allow their fans back in.
Oh well, at least Japan's doing something. But do they have masks and all that stuff?
Yeah, they got masks.
Good. That's all I care about.
They're like doing the fans having a social distance and mask, which that's a good idea.
At least Japan, at least in Japan, at least you can actually, at least they treat the business as a sport, as it were.
Like, I'll give Japan that. Like, the business, it's treated much more legitimately over there than it is here.
Yeah, because here in America, it's mostly treated like, as more like entertainment in Hollywood. I really don't like it now. But still, there are some funny moments here and there in wrestling here in America. But still, we want something better. The only company I can think of that is probably on par with NJPW when it comes to making this business almost look like a sport would have to be Ring of Honor.
I see where you're coming from, but man, Ring of Honor, I'm gonna be honest, Ring of Honor had a rough year last year.
Oh my God.
It's been tough. It's been tough a lot.
Well, the only thing that was good for them was that they had that G1 Supercard last year. Madison Square Garden filled up with thousands of fans that were both, not just diehard ROH fans, but NJPW fans. Let me just say this: money. That's what I call money right there. Need I say more?
I think you got a good point there with that.
I'm just hoping one day, like, what will happen if AEW were to have one of their special marquee events in Madison Square Garden? Would be a difference maker, I'll tell you that now.
It would be.
Go ahead.
It would definitely be a difference maker, but the thing is, I don't see, no matter how much I think AEW would try to market that, I don't see AEW really pulling off the northeast area like that. They seem more appealed on the southwest, more on the southwest and the southeast, and kind of like the
Midwest.
Yeah, the Midwest.
Well, that's because they haven't had the chance to take all their shows like of Dynamite all over, across America and all that.
Well, yeah.
They haven't had that opportunity to go to every state yet because, I mean, if it wasn't for the pandemic, then they wouldn't have been, they wouldn't have been stopping their tracks there.
Yeah. But I still think even if with the pandemic, it probably would have taken a lot more time for them to actually get to that point.
Yeah. Now, here's what I know. Like, this next Wednesday, around the same time as I think AEW Dynamite would start, they're going to have, like, freaking the first All Out event from last year, part 1, on their YouTube, like, as a replay, right? And then they're going to have a part 2 sometime in the maybe next week after that, I believe. Let me say that why not just have the whole event on there? Period. No parts, just that event alone. I mean, they'd have better viewership that way too.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
It's like it's just so much that stuff like AEW is in right now, especially like it's not being on Wednesdays because of the basketball that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, well, I mean, but you know what? Here's the thing. At least we get a little reminiscent of some old school Saturday night wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 p.m. You know what that reminds me of? WCW Saturday night.
Right. Mm-hmm. 6:05.
6:05. Well, it's going to be 6:00 now.
Yep. Well, yeah, 6:00, but if only they did it at 6:05, they could have got it right.
If you want to talk
Well,
about
that
super
was good.
heavyweight, if you want to talk about super heavyweights, you have to look at a 3:05.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Oh yeah, and thank you, Mitchell, for sharing the video on Discord. Appreciate that.
now, apart from AEW, first I thought like next week on Wednesday, I thought they were gonna have their all event for this year, being put like on Dynamite. I'm like, you're kidding me. But then I found out, oh wait, it's from last year, and they're doing part 1. Oh, okay. I was like, thank God. I was about to say, if I saw another special AEW Dynamite edition of like, I don't know, say Fighter Fest or
Fight Fallen.
I mean, like, what are these people thinking? Whatever happened to doing those special events on a monthly basis? I think they should have done that for like exclusively for BR Live, like they did last year. Man, I think I got more ideas for AEW than they could ever have.
You need to get in contact with Tony Khan. That's all I'm going to say with that. You need to get in contact with Tony Khan.
Wait, Jenna Hogert said Mr. 305. The AEW is not bad. My first time watching it was a couple months ago. Oh, no, it's not that AEW is bad. We're not saying anything that's harming them. Just a little bit of constructive criticism here and there. That's all.
Yeah.
It's the product that they're producing, like with the tag team division, the women's division, and mostly television in and of itself is the main problem. That's all. Now, if you want us to get real criticizing here, don't get us started with WWE's product.
Oh man.
Not a month for the subscription.
My God. Well, at least they have a streaming service that's $9.99 per month. So cheapest thing you'll ever do.
I mean, yeah, it definitely beats paying for a pay. It definitely beats paying $40 for a pay-per-view. Beats that.
I know that. I'm just sharing my own opinion about the league. Oh, okay. AEW being a league, that's new to me right there.
That's how they first advertised themselves.
Yeah. That actually is.
A new league rises.
A new league rises. Before the final record, they need to step up their A game if they don't know what's good for them.
Yeah. Then they need to.
I mean, especially with the tag team and women's divisions.
Oh man.
Now mostly putting AEW aside, what else are we going to talk about here? I think I'll let Generation Kenny have a
Yeah. Kenny, you can choose your topic of choice.
The topic of choice is that now I know this is a question, but what time do you think that will the live wrestling events be coming back? Like, what do you think will be coming back very soon?
So, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I got a message. What'd you say?
He said basically he wants I think your opinion on when do you think live wrestling will come back and fans will come back.
Oh, when will live
Yeah.
wrestling come back? Oh my
And
god.
fans come back.
Well, I think it had to be somewhere around maybe early winter or maybe at the start of 2021. Maybe.
Phenomenal.
That's what I'm thinking. It's probably gonna be 2021. Probably January, maybe February.
It's probably going to happen or maybe early winter, like I said, either with November, December, or maybe just come back in 2021.
I wouldn't think about that is because especially we'll be still in the pandemic during the flu season. In my best bet that it will be coming back to I would say after WrestleMania or be around SummerSlam from next year. It's a long stretch, but if they don't want to take any chances, bringing live events. I mean, bringing fans back to live events at the time, fall, winter season, especially it's a flu season that's happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You definitely have that thing. Hello, Hunter Waka Waka. If I got that right.
Oh
I
my
don't know if
god.
I did.
Waka, 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 waka.
Hey, who's your favorite wrestling tag team duo of all time? Let me see. That's a tough question, but I'm probably
I'm going to have to
I'm gonna
go
say
with
my favorite is Rock and Roll Express. It's who I grew up with. Grew up with rock and roll.
I'm mostly into the I'm gonna go with maybe the Hardy Boys in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, to me, I
Notice,
go with the Dudley Boys.
oh man, if you had heard some of the promos that were done, mine is the New Day. Well, obviously the New Day.
My. Oh my.
Well, it's no secret that they are one of the best tag teams or stables, but the way how they're done is way overbooked.
I kind of gotten tired of the New Day, if I'm being honest. I've kind of gotten tired of it a little bit.
I've gotten tired of it too, and on top of that, they was supposed to put Big E as a heel, but they canceled the plans for the second time.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that you can't and cannot argue is this: they are the longest, running tag team or faction we've ever seen, ever. But originally, they were supposed to be a black Catholic type of stable, with that choir, black Catholic
Yeah.
deal. Yeah, it was supposed to be like that, and then all of a sudden, people started complaining. Think it's racist again. And I'm like, again with this racist problem. Look, people had a problem with Cody having not Cody, Kofi Kingston doing a Jamaican gimmick, even though it's a gimmick, not the end of the world. I mean, I think Cody. I'm sorry. I feel like my head's still wrapped around Cody Rhodes. I've been watching AEW, more than I have watched WWE. Kofi Kingston probably portrayed a better, Jamaican than I think I could ever imagine. Now, but with the New Day, it was, yeah, I understand they changed the gimmick because obviously a lot of people hated them because they didn't want the positivity, just not just clapping and then choir singing. No, they wanted something different, and that's why they made them look like a heel at first, and that's when they started adapting them into nerdy looking, men who love unicorns and freaking cereal and having to play a a trombone or whatever.
Francesca.
Turbo.
But let's just be honest. I know all of us had bootios. I know all of us had one, just once. Anyone?
Well, I never had it, to be honest. But here's the
I've
problem.
never had them because I saw how much they were, and I'm like, I ain't paying for that much for a box of cereal.
How much was it?
That's
$12.
like $20. That's like $20.
Oh, well,
I got it for $12.
Oh, you were already lucky. You were already lucky, dude.
I got it for 12.
When that first came out, that was like $20.
Well, here's the problem. At least it's like it probably could have cost the same amount of your average normal everyday cereal, I guess, but still at the same time, yeah, I was more, you know, I was only the only thing I liked about them is that I was looking forward to the New Day Pops. You know, their ice cream and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But that never came out.
Oh my God! Do you know how bad I wanted to strangle Vince for that?
Damn you, Vince.
I thought we were gonna have
Damn you.
I thought we were gonna have the WWE ice cream bars back.
We
We
actually
do.
got the ice cream sandwich.
Oh, we got the ice cream sandwich. Yeah.
So sandwich ice cream bars. It doesn't matter. It's the same basic principle. Ice cream.
Mhm.
I mean, CM Punk wanted WWE ice cream bars back.
But the only issue with the ice cream sandwich is that it is so small.
Obviously, it's small. I mean, who would want to pay for for a small ice cream sandwich? I'm surprised. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they still had them on sale, but then all of a sudden the ice cream in and of itself that WWE selling is expired.
Yeah, it's like small, but it tasted funny though when I tried it.
Was it? Wait. Was it vanilla flavored?
Yeah, it tasted funny. It didn't taste like vanilla at all. It just tasted funny.
Oh, man.
I knew it. Well, all I know is this: F you, Vince. F you. F you. F you.
Oh, man.
You took my hopes and dreams of having ice cream bars. Once for the first time, and now there you go.
Mm. As much as I have a lot of respect for Vince, as much as I do, because Vince McMahon without Vince McMahon, wrestling wouldn't be the way it is today.
And we want to be here right now.
You mean sports entertainment?
Oh yeah, sports entertainment, because Vince hates wrestling. Sports entertainment, yeah.
He hates wrestling.
At the same time, man, is Raw so hard to watch sometimes.
It's even more harder to watch without an audience, a real audience. But mostly it has a lot to do with that 3-hour period they do every single Monday night. It's like having to watch a pay-per-view, like 3 hours worth of a wrestling pay-per-view. Only the problem is it's a pay-per-view that you'd have to watch on television that you don't pay for, but there are commercials within the 3-hour time slot of a pay-per-view, which is stupid.
I wouldn't even say pay-per-view. It's like it's like paying it's like going to the movie. It's like watching a movie. It's like watching the worst movie over and over again sometimes.
That's their whole point. That what they do is that they make movies. That's their whole deal with WWE. That's always what they've been about. But the problem is they should be more focused on the talent that they have right now, like showcasing them more and showcasing wrestling more. But Vince, he doesn't like that. He only likes to imitate, never motivate or innovate.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically why ECW went out of business, because he stole their ideas in regards to a hardcore division. But still, and even after Dark Side of the Ring, Owen Hart, Final Days of Owen Hart. Now, dude,
yeah, man,
my respect for Vince McMahon was destroyed.
Man, I that episode, man,
I cannot stand that guy. Letting a show continue after a man literally dies in your ring.
And then not only that, when Martha tried to sue Vince tried to play the case in his favor and tried to move the case to a different court that would go in his favor.
That is so bad. I mean, like, that is bad right there.
Messed up. That is messed up.
To Stamford, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
That the case would have been so biased on that one for Vince's part. Seriously, Vince, go screw yourself. honestly. And plus, here's another thing. Why hire somebody who's not even a stunt coordinator for, having to, when it comes to wiring and cables?
Mm-hmm.
That's just dumb.
Well, they shouldn't have really packaged him as that gobbledygooker in the first place.
You mean the Blue Blazer?
The Blue Blazer. Why did I say gobbledygooker? I don't know. I'm thinking about the wrong thing.
I think you must be. Thinking of when they ripped us off. What was coming out of that big
Survivor
egg?
Series 1990, I think it was. Man,
Man, were the fans pissed? Yeah, it's Hector Guerrero in that suit and
I
all
don't
that.
blame the fans for being.
I don't either.
Like, they hyped this up like this was actually supposed to be something. Then it's just like this man in some costume, and it's like, what is this?
Now people aren't too pissed at it nowadays than they were back in the 90s.
Yeah, it's kind of funny now, but
back then, oh my god, the 90s were like a new era for wrestling to make it more serious than it already, is nowadays. But yeah, but now as for Blue Blazer, look, I understand. Did you know that the whole concept with the whole coming from the rafters, it may not have been Vince's idea, but he did approve it. But guess who was the one who came up with the idea?
Russo?
Vince Russo, yes.
Oh. Yep, that was Russo.
Yep. And you want to know why? And you wonder why he didn't show up for that episode of Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah.
Because he came up with that idea.
If you're gonna make fun of Sting, why not? I mean, like, why not have the proper cable guy, or even better, why? And it also led up from Vince. You know how this all could have been prevented if Vince did not want to force a married man to making out with a woman who had just gotten through a divorce from a former football player who turns into a professional wrestler who is god awful in the ring of Steve Mongo McMichael. I'm not lying. He is freaking terrible in the ring. And his
I've seen some of his matches in WCW. Oh my god.
Deborah McMichael, formerly Deborah Williams, because she was also Steve Austin's wife too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I don't blame Owen Hart for backing out from doing a love angle with her. But yet Vince has to, throw his weight around and demote people, and what he did is he gives Owen Hart the Blue Blazer gimmick back.
They really struggled to find a place for Owen in the Attitude Era. They really struggled.
The only option they would have put him into could have been like a mid-card division to put him in the IC title instead of the Blue Blazer gimmick.
They were going to let him win the Intercontinental title from the Godfather on the night when he died.
Yeah.
But everything else.
If they would have just kept that gimmick off of him, like just don't put it on him, chances are like they could have like done something for him.
Yeah. And what else is there? They had some other things too, like planned for him, as well. They were planning to actually let him have a world title run, but they didn't go with it because they thought, too much about his bigger brother, his big brother Brett.
Well, that, and then what really sealed Owen's fate, what really sealed his fate of having a world title was when he injured Steve Austin at SummerSlam '97. That's what sealed his fate. If he didn't do that, he probably would have been world champ. He would have been world champion, more than likely. But
yeah,
pile drived Austin. That sealed his fate.
The thing is, the way how he did that pile driver, he did it in the way of a tombstone variant, but then he just falls on his arse, and then all of a sudden, Austin lands on his head very ugly, very badly, and then you see the worst roll up in wrestling history. And then
he was temporarily paralyzed.
And then all of a sudden, Owen, they have this thing where Owen has to say that I had compassion for you. That is you know what I think they should have done? They should have stopped that match, because of that botch right there.
Mm-hmm.
Screw the whole, you got to kiss the person's backside, if you lose. I mean, like, still, a man's life is at risk. And plus, that also pretty much sealed Austin's fate as well in regards to, being injury prone in a sense.
Mm-hmm. That definitely took a lot of years off his career.
Yes, it did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could have seen him wrestle more and not have a different type of wrestling style, that we saw him during the Attitude Era, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Like, it changed a lot. It really changed
Even
a lot.
Austin himself was very bitter and very, didn't even like Owen even before, that incident that happened with Owen at Over the Edge '99.
Mm.
He said in his autobiography, I think in his one of his books.
I don't. In some ways, I don't blame him. I'd probably be a little bitter if someone gave me temporary paralysis and took years off of my career like that. I probably would have been a little bitter.
But the problem was that the only way how this could have been resolved if Owen talked to Austin more.
Mm-hmm.
But Owen never had the time for some reason, which was Owen afraid of Austin or was Owen like making excuses?
I think probably more the second one.
Yeah.
Probably more the second one.
Now keep in mind, Owen Hart, nothing to be too disrespectful about the guy. He did have a wife and kids, he did have a family to support, and basically all he ever wanted to do was, make enough money to provide for his family. And he almost did just that with that new house that he bought, and then all of a sudden, there you go, Over the Edge '99. And you want to know why they don't ever do that pay-per-view or that name ever again?
Because of that.
Yeah, because of that. Oh, not just that, but guess what? What goes over the edge, meaning like someone like what falls.
The irony of that pay-per-view.
Yep. Which is no laughing matter, but
Mm-hmm.
But still, you gotta admit, even with Vince in his part and all that, you can't help but hate the guy even more.
It definitely doesn't make him look good.
Nope.
In fact, what's everybody's favorite Dark Side of the Ring episode?
I'd have to
New
say
Jack.
Obviously.
New Jack.
I figured you'd say that, Kenny.
Well, mine would have to be both part 1 and 2 of the Chris Benoit story.
Yeah.
He's one. I'm telling you, he's one of the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Eddie Guerrero. When I actually watched part 1 and they were talking about Eddie and Chris's, relationship, when they were great friends,
Mm-hmm.
I was crying, dude.
Man.
That's how bad I miss those two because they could perform a wrestling clinic.
They could.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead, Kenny.
No, cause every time on SmackDown, when you watching wrestling and you see those two come down to that aisle and then they just put on a hell of a match, you know it was gonna be one hell of a match when they put on. It just that it just sad that these two who had so much promise, careers and stuff, just be shortened after those situations.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie in regards to cardiac arrest and Benoit suicide, homicide.
Double murder, suicide.
The only thing, now here's the problem I have here. The thing is, I don't, try to think more about Chris Benoit, the person. I tend to be more about the professional,
the wrestler, yeah.
Like the wrestler, because everyone was more, what's that word I'm looking for? They were more profiteered off of the profession of Chris Benoit, no one ever had that much, to profiteer off of Nancy or their son Daniel. No disrespect or any ill towards the dead whatsoever. But yeah, they didn't have any much, gravitational in regards to being, that kind of importance for some reason. I don't mean to say that in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
But Benoit, on the other hand, and plus the most logical explanation that could ever be done is the fact that so many concussions and his brain looking like, a 70-year-old or 60-year-old man or whatever they said with Alzheimer's. That explains why Chris did what he did.
Mm-hmm. And again, I don't excuse what he did. I don't excuse what he did.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
we don't excuse what he did.
Hold on, I remember what the word was again. It was invested. That's it. They weren't invested with Nancy and Daniel like we were with Chris. Mm-hmm. But anyway, go ahead, John. You go ahead, Kenny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because what Chris was doing, he was putting off a show for us. He was entertaining us. And for us fans, we don't know what go through these wrestlers at the most time. Like when they be going through pain and stuff. But then when stuff like this happens, we just realize it because even though they was putting on a show for us, but they was just going through a lot of pain.
Yeah. Jericho said it best in that those episodes that they both sacrificed a lot
for the business.
Actually more so for their art. They both sacrificed a lot for their art.
It's the same way for Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar and all them. They sacrificed it all for us.
Please, Brock Lesnar sacrificing nowadays.
At the time when he did that shooting star, when he did that shooting star press and almost killed himself.
There we go.
He sacrificed for us.
There we go. That's more like it.
That shooting star press that scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. When I saw that, I thought he died in the match.
I think that's more like it because I'm thinking this era is Brock Lesnar. Don't get me started.
It's not his fault that Vince pays him a whole ton of money just to sit at home. He gives him his own locker room, as well. He milks Brock Lesnar up.
But still, at the end of the day, I would never pay a guy that much money. If you're not gonna work, you ain't getting paid.
What's going on, Totaled?
Oh, Total Instinct. Oh,
yeah, he's in the chat. What's going on, Totaled?
But back to Benoit and Eddie, here's the thing here. I'm gonna give you guys something really, that you might want to think about. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you remember what? Who here has watched ECW One Night Stand 2005?
I wanted to watch that, but then I missed out on it because my parents they had the money. So
I've watched it.
Did you watch? Okay, Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, they had their first match within the legacy of the old ECW for one night only at ECW One Night Stand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you notice that match was not as as good as your typical Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, the reason why Eddie was not really doing so good in the match itself, not as he's used to, was because he did not want to be there at all. He was not feeling it,
Yeah.
I'm not making this up. And all of a sudden, Benoit, he was pissed, and rightfully so. But you know what Eddie said? After the match, after he went out of the ring, and he was walking. Guess what? What Eddie said? While he was walking away from the ring, he's saying, "I owe you one. Okay, I'll owe you one. All right." That's what he was saying. And then following ECW, Friday Night SmackDown, we get a rematch between Benoit and Eddie, which is way more better. There you go. That's the reason. I mean, Eddie Guerrero, for some reason, he wasn't feeling up to it. I guess it was probably his bad guy mentality. He didn't like the chanting of Eddie, Eddie towards him in ECW.
Maybe it was at the time that ECW One Night Stand. It was not just for Eddie. It was like most of wrestlers that didn't feel too comfortable to be at that place because, it was a hostile environment that they went into.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, the fans respected Eddie. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just don't think Eddie was into the whole event in and of itself. He didn't want to be there.
Yeah, I feel him on that one. He ain't the only one. Others didn't want to be there because, like, if you look, if you see those fans.
Hey, and plus a lot of wrestlers don't like the kind of ECW style. A lot of WWE people kind of like they really hate that. They really hate that kind of style of wrestling.
Don't get me started with the 2006 man. John Cena versus RVD. Jesus Christ.
Well, here's a positive in that match. At least RVD got his first WWE title. His first.
Yeah, but title.
Oh my God! He would have not made it out alive.
No, he wouldn't. I kid you not. I remember watching that. I was like 7 years old. All I hear was fuck you, Cena. I was like, whoa. I was like, wait a minute. They said die, Cena swallow. I was like, as a 7-year-old, I was like, it was just too much.
Man, that's how ECW. Man, that's the ECW crowd.
No, it's not an ECW crowd. That's basically diehard wrestling fan crowd. Like that really did. Like they don't like things like whatever they put out online. Other fans will retaliate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, in a nutshell, I think, if John Cena had not been drafted to Raw, maybe there would have been a little bit fixed with his booking.
That definitely caused a lot of backstage politics. Not gonna lie, that moved.
Yeah,
it caused a lot of rifts backstage.
Now, if they had Batista, stay on Raw, that would have been a whole different story.
It would have been.
I mean, like, now, SmackDown wouldn't be where it was if it wasn't for people like Batista, Rey Mysterio, or Undertaker and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real with that. So
I think what they was trying to do is that, like, they was trying to have Cena as the top guy on Raw, but, like, they try to look for, like, a top heel. Like, they were trying to look for, like, besides Edge and Triple H, because Triple H at the time he already became the top heel. Like, what's more left in him? So they try to have like Shawn Michaels to be top heel. That didn't go out planned. They try to have Kurt Angle to be top heel. Almost did, but that didn't go out planned. Chris Jericho.
The thing is, here's another thing about the revival of the ECW. The one thing they were trying to do was they were trying to like probably make Kurt Angle the face of ECW, but for some reason Angle, I think in his mind didn't feel that. It's like he felt like he was being demoted,
Yeah.
Well, I can understand that. I can understand that in a way because like you're like going from like the top guy from Raw and Smack, like you're like a top guy on. Wasn't he on like SmackDown at the time?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. He was like the top guy on. He was one of the top guys on SmackDown. Like he just not too long ago just finished a run with the World Championship, and then you're being sent over to this newly revived ECW. That is a step down. That is a step down.
Which usually to me, I feel like at that time of the ECW was being rebrand. I think that like CM Punk will fit perfectly to be the face of the ECW at that time, and that's what they was trying to do to make Punk as the face of ECW. But time
Yeah,
at the time, especially at December to Dismember, they didn't want him to get the title. So who they
no,
get a title to?
actually,
Bobby Lashley.
Vince was not keen to the idea of CM Punk being the face of ECW or even the ECW champion at all. That's
Yeah.
because he basically, in fact, because Sabu failed a drug test. Yeah, that's basically why why Hardcore Holly replaced
Yeah,
him.
replaced him. Yeah.
And Vince, he was still not sold on the idea of Punk being the ECW champion. That's why, and plus, you see why Paul Heyman. Did you watch the following ECW after December to Dismember where he looked like
Yes.
as if he was crying?
Yes,
Mhm.
I remember watching that episode, and
Oh my God!
I don't blame Heyman for pretty much leaving the company pretty much after that. I don't blame him. Like,
because he was trying to invest Punk, but people was like, yeah, but he's not like the top guy.
Well,
So they
the fans, Punk was over with the fans. That's more than
he
enough.
was
mhm.
he was on with the fence, but like you know how the management goes, and
Yeah,
inside that they don't want to. Now,
with politics, yeah.
That's the
yeah,
thing.
politics.
That's the thing with the whole ECW revival. That is the whole thing with ECW revival. The thing is, Vince doesn't know how to produce that kind of a product. He turned ECW into basically the opposite of what ECW should have been. He basically did. And, because that whole time, because it never felt really like ECW. It never really felt extreme. It did for that first year. Like, I loved, don't get me wrong, that setup that they had for that first year of ECW, like when they were on, I think, Sci-Fi, I think it was, that
Yeah.
that setup was bomb. I love that setup. But then when they started using all that HD stuff, I'm like, is this really ECW? This doesn't fit ECW.
No,
Because ECW, it is gritty. It's gritty, and Vince doesn't know how to produce grit. And we're seeing that and we're kind of seeing that today with Raw Underground. Raw Underground is supposed to be something very gritty and very dirty, but it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like that because that's not the kind of stuff that Vince knows how to produce.
yeah.
Like Vince, he is never that kind of a person to produce something very gritty and very dirty. Mitch Hill, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. What's up with y'all? Jordan, what's up?
No, doing good.
How you doing, Mitch?
I'm doing good.
So how's your day been, Mitch?
Man, my day's been good. What about y'all's?
I can't complain. I've had a good day.
Okay.
I'm doing good too.
All right. Jordan, how's your day?
Pretty good. I mean, like pretty half good, half bad. Basically the same standard. It's 2020, you know.
Oh yeah. Who's ready for this year to be over?
Oh,
2021. I'm ready for that one.
we all are. We all
20
are.
I have a dream like, like 2021's tomorrow, and then all of a sudden it's August still.
Yeah.
No, like I did have a dream that I thought it was 2021 because I was like at the live concert event, but then I woke up, I was like, nah, I'm still in 2020.
Man, this year,
Man.
like if based on everything that's already happened in the past 8 months, I'm scared for the next 4.
Wait, hold on. Why Velveteen Dream back with these
That's okay.
allegations? Oh boy. I think I think someone's asking about the whole pedophilia accusation.
Oh,
Mm.
Let me just say this right now. Velveteen Dream's character has nothing to do with being a pedophile. Okay? When he's displayed on TV, he's mostly a mixture of Shawn Michaels, Randy Savage, or something. Because it's about his moveset and his attitude, right?
Mm-hmm. I definitely wouldn't consider him. I definitely would consider Velveteen so much of a pedophile, more very eccentric, but not.
Yeah, he's eccentric. That's mostly it, but mostly,
Mm-hmm.
uh, flamboyant,
Mm.
kind of like Shawn Michaels. I think he's kind of like a. I'm going to say this right now, since I'm with Phenomenal One and Generation Kenny, and now with Mitch Hill. He's kind of like the new version of of Shawn Michaels, but only he's black.
Okay.
Which is kind of,
Okay.
what, to me, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Hey, this is coming
Okay.
from the white guy, so.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. And to be honest, hey, look, it's not just that. It's like coming from a white guy. It's coming from a guy who loves wrestling. Because I think it's pretty sweet that we have someone that has a good, bit of attitude within him. Even if it's not just like Shawn Michaels, but it's somewhat influenced. Inspired.
Mm-hmm. And just like Jonathan Hanna said, like these speaking out movements can be very false accusations at times. And like I'm not saying that to diminish the actual true ones, but sometimes we can't just like lots of the stuff we can't assume everything to be true. And I'm not saying that Velveteen is true or false because I haven't read in that situation, so that's neither for me to say here nor there. Neither here nor there.
So now some speaking out movements can be false accusations. Oh, you know what? That's true. That's true too.
That's what I was saying. That's what pretty much I was saying. That some of this stuff, it can be false. But I'm not saying what is and isn't false. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying some of this stuff can be a little over proportioned,
blown out of proportion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I say over proportion, but yeah.
Where do you get over proportion at?
I don't know. I kind of made that. That's just kind of my language.
That's kind of funny. I'll admit. Not
over exaggerated.
Over exaggerate. That's a word like that. That's in there as well, but you never made that up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, over exaggeration, that's a word for you to use. Now, over proportion. Let's give you a T-shirt design for that.
Hey, I'll wear that.
Now, let's see here. I understand what they're going to do with him soon, but to be honest with you, I don't see what the point is with all these people being accused wrongfully for some things, like Matt Riddle with this thing, and then other people getting falsely accused. I mean, how many wrestling careers or personalities will be destroyed before the end of this year?
A lot.
It's like nobody can be safe in the business anymore.
Well, it's not like anyone really ever was safe in the business to begin with, but it doesn't make things any more safer.
This is what I was talking about, and I'm going to say this one more time like I've been saying in my streams. I'm going to say this also what I did in another stream as well. This is why you should never mix politics with anything.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, geez, God.
Exactly.
Look at this. This is what I'm saying. You know how what the NFL is doing right now? They're no longer they're not going to do the national anthem performances anymore because of the politics that have been happening this year.
Right.
Now, take it to this in the contrast.
Wait, Jordan. Huh? Did you ever hear the news that the NFL is going to play Lift Every Voice and Sing before the start of every game in week 1? The NFL is going to do that. Have you heard about that?
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Yeah, that's a real news story. They're actually going to do that.
They're doing that?
You know what?
Yeah.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why nobody should ever mix sports with politics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get this all started with the whole kneeling before the national anthem thing, which is something you should never do and everything. because when doing the national anthem. However, here's the deal here. You want to know how you can prevent this kind of stuff from happening? Don't mix politics with what profession you are doing. Like, say, okay, let's take a look at Michael. Let's take a look at Michael Jordan or Shaquille O'Neal. If they were not, into politics, if you're gonna do an interview with them, do interview with them about basketball. Don't bring politics into the matter. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's Elvis Presley in the entertainment business. My dad told me that. Yeah. My dad told me that Elvis, someone was interviewing him, okay? And it turns out that, Elvis, he even said himself in his words saying, well, look, I don't do that, man. I mean, if it's nothing about the entertainment business, then ask me something that's about the entertainment business. I don't do that. And I'm thinking, you know what? A freaking man. I mean, seriously.
There are things that politics are important in, but then there are things that politics are just completely irrelevant in.
Yeah.
I hate, and I'm gonna say this, I hate how wearing a mask became so political.
Well, if you're Spider-Man, then you'd have J. Jonah Jameson on your hands, but that's a different story.
So many things are made political that it's just this doesn't need to be political.
Yeah, I mean, none of this should be political. As a matter of fact, if it's going to be political, then there needs to be a reason for it to be necessary, not all the time.
Right.
For the most part, I could care less about all three of you guys and the people in chat. I could care less about your political views. I could seriously care less about that because one, that doesn't affect me.
Yeah,
unless you vote for something completely stupid.
I'll say this right now. If anybody thinks about voting for Joe Biden, then you're crazy. Because he even said himself that if you don't vote for him, then you're not black. And he's also said that all black people think alike. I'm not kidding. Who wants to vote for someone like that?
Either way that I look at this election, it's
going to play in Trump's favor, obviously.
I feel like we're screwed either way.
Hey,
no matter who wins it. And I'm sorry.
You know what I call this? I call this a win-win situation for a lesser of two evils. Now, hold on. Total Instinct saying it's like you're forced to wear a mask everywhere you go. You know what? Here's the thing. Now, I was forced to wear a mask at the doctor's office this past Tuesday, and during a voting thing, for where I'm at here in South Carolina for a new mayor and all that, I had to wear a mask over there while I'm doing votes. And it's kind of funny how society is with these masks. It's like you have to do it, or there's nothing to it at all. You can't do it.
No, with me, I don't personally mind having masks because I got my own type of mask. But my issue is with it is because I guess somebody complained that I had these masks that have different logos and designs on it, and so what they did is they had to make me wear a plain mask. It's just stupid.
I don't wait with designs and all that in your mask. I don't see anything wrong with that.
It don't have no political on it. It just have designs and stuff on it. And somebody got I don't know. They got so mad about it. You got different designs on that and stuff on this mask. Make him wear a plain mask. I can't wear my own custom mask at my job anymore.
Yep. It's completely nuts. And for the final record, like I said, even though like I said about Joe Biden. Need I say more? Now, as for the whole mask thing goes, it won't bother me as much as long as it doesn't happen for one or too many years.
It's definitely gonna go away. I think once everything is once everything is pretty much close to back as normal as you can get. We're definitely not going back to normal.
You can't even leave the house without wearing a mask.
But yeah, I don't like. I think that like that's definitely gonna go away at some point. Like it's gonna go.
It will.
Mm-hmm.
It will, but we're gonna have some new policies. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, new policies and all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like this is like we're not gonna get too political here. Definitely not.
Oh no. Just a little.
Like we know the boundaries. We know the boundaries.
We're not simply.
All I'm saying is this election, lesser of two evils. It's just either way we're screwed. Either way, we're screwed for certain ways.
Any political party screwed either way.
Like, oh my god, like I hate like the idea of political parties. If everyone listened to George Washington when he said, "Do not create political parties," after he left the presidency, we'd probably have a much different world.
Well, he'd be rolling in his grave.
And hey, guys, about Joe Biden. News broke yesterday that Kamala Harris is going to be his running mate.
Oh man. Here's the thing here. There's a real Kamala that, died recently, and I'm talking about the wrestler, not the political, advisor.
Yeah.
Which is a shame though, because Kamala was like 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
May he rest in peace. I'll be giving him a 10-bell salute tomorrow.
Okay. Oh yeah. Rant and rave is tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rant and Rave podcast.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Episode 44. And now I've said this on my channel that I got something special planned for episode 45, and it's basically going to be like episode 29, only different. It won't have Jerome on there, but it'll have someone else on there, and believe me, what we're going to talk about is going to help open a lot of eyes. Trust me.
Okay.
I'm worried about that actually.
Oh no! Don't you worry. It ain't gonna be nothing political. No.
I definitely don't think.
What's gonna be your topics?
The topics for episode 44 tomorrow.
Exactly.
It's gonna be something I can think of on the fly. But as for episode 45, let's just say I'm keeping that on hold, like keeping that under wraps, because I don't want to reveal too much.
Okay.
Like every magician does, they have to make sure they don't reveal their secrets in regards to how they perform a good trick.
So you said it's gonna be like episode 29.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is that should I take that in a good or a bad way? Good as in I'm gonna laugh a lot like I did on episode 29, or bad way because I hate this guy so much?
Maybe how about a mixture?
Okay.
With a grain of salt. You probably don't know this you probably don't know this person, but it's probably the best that you don't. But then again, when you learn more, that's when you figure out who this person really, really is.
I'ma just do what you're supposed to do with driving most of the time and just proceed with caution.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna do for that. Mr. James Smooth, Jonathan Hanna, what's going on?
You know what? He's not Jonathan Hanna Montana. He's Jonathan Hanna Barbera.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jonathan, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much to do in this world at the moment.
What else is there to do? Mostly.
Well, it's night where y'all are. I don't know what state y'all are in, but it's night where I am. It's 11:24 right now.
Same here.
Same here.
Okay.
Oh, man, you should have seen Generation Kenny this past Sunday when he was talking about Jordan Henry. I mean, like, look at my eyes. Look at my eyes.
I might have to look at that.
Didn't you break your glasses too, Kenny?
I like flinged it and it hit the lamp and the lamp almost fell. And so I have like to fix it. So
You idiot!
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I
That's
just remember
that's
you
your
signing
problem.
off and being like, "Oh,
That's your
something's not
problem.
good
You didn't
here."
see it. That's your problem. You didn't see it because you didn't have your glasses on.
But man,
Man,
but yeah,
you know what? I feel like Generation Kenny. You know what he sounds like to me? He sounds. He sounds like to me where he's like wanting to do lip syncing like with animals. Like, wait a minute, hold on, man. I told you not to make the duck face. I told you not to make the duck face. You know, like little cat smacking his owner with doing the. But actually, she wasn't doing a duck face. She was blowing. And then that cat just smacks her in the face. But then you have some guy, do a dub. Like, wait a minute, hold on. You making the duck face? Man, I told you not to make the duck face. God,
oh man.
those videos are hilarious.
Oh, and speaking of hilarious, Jordan, what gave you the idea for the intervention? What gave you the idea for that?
Oh my God!
Wait,
I have to
what
ask,
intervention?
it's my
Okay.
show. I have to ask that.
Okay. I'll give the kid credit where credit's due and give him the answer to the question.
Mm.
The reason why I was doing the intervention was thought because it was like, okay, it was on your show this past Sunday. You're talking about how much you do not like Orochimaru at this point with his attitude and all that, and you were like you want to talk to him so that we can get some stuff off your chest. I was thinking, you know what, I'm gonna do this one more time. Now my original intervention video, I deleted it because it was mostly drama between me and I had with Sophie, even though it was probably out of nowhere. It was out of proportion because
we'll talk about Sophie later, kids. Get ready for that.
It was pretty much like wrong place at the wrong time, and her being forced to do things she didn't want to do in regards to the live chats, in other places. But however, in this case, I thought, since it's water in the bridge, in the past, I delete the original intervention video and I make this new one, and I have you and Hiroshimaru, for like make up, like just simply hash it out, squash beef, But then all of a sudden, as soon as I have you come on there, you tell me at the last minute that you and Hiroshimaru had already, talked on Deku's stream.
Oh man, I'll give you props though. I'll give you props because you cared about the situation. You get points there, but this is like whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter, but you get points.
Yeah. But here's the thing: the people in the chat, anybody who was watching, were just dying laughing.
It was funny though because you went through this whole thing to set up this intervention, only to find out that me and him settled it on Deku's stream for like an hour. We were talking. me and Orochimaru, we were talking for like an hour. And
yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's pretty much water under the bridge for now. Like I'm not really affiliating with him, and he might still affiliate with my channel. I don't know. Part of me doesn't expect that, but it is what it is.
Well, at the end of the day, that's when it all led to since Sophie came up with the name of what I should rename the stream. Yeah,
and now pretty soon, probably maybe on episode 5 or whatever, but Jordan and Sophie are gonna go on a date.
Hopefully, like maybe on Live and Uncut, but it has to be somewhere around the afternoon, like somewhere around.
Yeah,
like
we have UK, we have time scheduling issues. We can probably make this a week. We'll probably do a special weekend episode. So Jordan and Sophie can get that weekend love magic.
Well, let's not forget about you and your girl in the chat too.
Yeah,
it has to be a double date. You agree to that? Hopefully she does too. And I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not,
did.
I'm not asking
her to that. We did agree to that. So
yeah, and plus I'm not forcing your girl to show her face or anything. Just
we just so that would be probably a private episode of Live and Uncut. Probably,
Maybe,
if Jordan continues to show up by episode 5, he'll probably be the permanent co-host of the show. Concerning the fact he,
we agree. Oh, we agree. Oh, we agree.
hey, you're like the first one here every episode.
Well,
for the
what can I
past 3
say?
episodes. So like,
Well,
if you make it to episode 5, you might be permanent co-host of this thing.
Maybe.
I might crash into episode 5.
We'll have tryouts. We'll see.
Yeah, well, Generation Kenny, here's the thing. He was actually in the first episode before I came into the picture. I mean,
well, technically, yes.
Yeah, but as for being a co-host, I got no problem with that. I mean, a lot on my plate, and I got no problem with that.
Mm-hmm. And then plus, I'll probably crash in chilling with Jordy a few times.
If I send you the link, of course.
Mm.
But then again, who knows? I think I'll probably make it just between me and Sophie mostly because
why don't you just call it the Jordy and Sophie show?
Because because I give her credit, in regards to the what's that thing called again? Thumbnail.
Yeah,
the thumbnail.
You can just rework the thumbnail, just chilling with Jordy and Sophie.
At least that rhymes, yeah.
Yeah.
But
this has been a P1 production. Jordan and Sophie's P1 production.
P1 production presents Jordy and Sophie. It's like having naming off like a strip rippers club. Love like Reflections.
Yeah.
And then you have Gene in the background going like,
Yeah.
So while we're talking about this, I bet you wanted to ask me where I met this girl, huh?
Yeah, let's start there. Let's start from the beginning, from you two's relationship.
Okay. Me and her met sometime last October when the I know what she's going on with that one. I bet, and she's laughing, I bet. Anyway.
Oh man.
Let me maintain my composure a little bit. Oh God. Now, okay. Now, it all started last year in October when we were starting to get used to the whole StreamYard thing. And it was like first few streams and all that. And then she pops up in the live chat wanting a guy by the name of General N. I've already had enough of that guy. I've already, talked about him because he's a pain in the butt. Let me just say that right now. He was affiliated with Sophie with her other friends who made the Jam Gang. Now, first, they were identified by me and others as a troll group. But unfortunately, the people within it, like General and other names such as, they made it toxic. The only people that are good are people like Sophie, Doc D, Reigns, and Vacation City. Now, with her, she's a very good person to talk to. I know a lot about her personally than I think I could ever find out. And the reason why I'm going to leave most of that, off the record is because, out of respect for her and her privacy.
Well, yeah, we don't expect you to go into that details. We don't expect that.
Yeah. I mean, but I will tell you, she is a working girl. I mean, she has a proper job. I can say that right there. That's all I can say right there. Now, as for everything else, it's basically, now she's not going to do any work for quite some time for the next 2 weeks because of quarantine, a 2-week quarantine thing, because of that whole thing that happened while she was in Spain. She was actually, taking a vacation there, to, a family member of hers. I think it was her great grandmother, I believe, who turned a year older, maybe 98 or something like that. And I know, like crazy. Yeah. And yeah, now me and her, we're mostly like, we're really good. We got good chemistry together. And what really drove that wedge was mostly because of General, because he keeps doing this thing that drives me crazy where he's live streaming himself to a point where he's going to live stream off of other people's content without no one's permission, and don't care about it. And he's also having the audacity to record live streams like on Twitch on private calls to exploit people's privacy without asking them. And plus what Sophie was saying in the live chat of that stream, even though she was being forced to say things by another certain individual, I was like, I thought maybe that she betrayed me and all that, Because what do you expect when you see things when some people say words about you and all that? But then again, I realized that she was being used. Now, in the case of the whole Christian Rants thing, when he was doing a live stream where he's making fun of me and my family, when there was a troll pretending to be me, with my old J0RDANL177L3 name, the troll was using my name to a point where it used a big O instead of a 0. And how Christian was so dumb enough not to see the difference, I have no idea. But as you can see, my username's different now, so and it's original. Now, I didn't expect Sophie to come into that live chat and stand up for me. Now, mostly what she said, like in regards to, like how I think she said mistreatment in regards to trying to, build something up, which I believe that was probably something, like trying to make herself look good for other people, which I can probably understand, but I would never have said anything negative saying that she treated me miserably, because if you know me personally, I don't treat other people miserably. I treat everyone as equal, but with her, she was special.
Yeah, I've learned that from you lately.
Now, after all that happened, after she spoke up for me, like stood up for me, I was thinking, you know what, I'll give this girl a second chance. And plus, this was like during the time where my brother was, like, this was before he passed away, God rest his soul. And she was very sympathetic with me. She cares for me. I mean, she cares for anyone she's friends with, and I feel the same way. But I care more deeply about her than I think I could ever, care about anyone, in my view. I just don't like it when some people like to be mistreated and misused and all that nonsense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And plus, this is her second chance, and I don't think she'll blow it. I mean, the thing is, I know more about her after talking to her more.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, here's another thing for you. You know how good she is, to a point where she's willing to trust me with information. Like, there's that person that I exposed in episode 24 and 38 of Rant Rate Podcast, TomMan256. This stupid kid has the audacity to try to use Sophie, the whole Jam Gang, I identified them as trolls at one point, to use her and her friends to troll a game show community group known as the GCW, because they had banned him after he had raised all kinds of hell up there and also sent a dick pic to the main admin of the server, to a point where he wanted to use Sophie. He wanted to use Sophie to have her and her friends troll that server.
Man.
And run it into the ground mostly. And I was thinking in my head, you know what? And when I read between the lines of who was messaging her on Discord when she sent me the screenshots, and I was looking at the server name, I was like, Casey, you no good cock nugget. And there you go. Basically how much we trust each other. I provide with her information. She's providing me information. We're like peanut butter and jelly.
Mm. Crusted or uncrusted?
That's a hard answer to give you right there. I'll let you guys be the judge of that in the comments section below. But she's a sweet girl.
Yeah.
Love her
She's a sweet girl. She's a nice girl. You two get along pretty well. I'm on chilling with Jordy and
now today she wasn't available today, and it's obvious because of the heat wave that's going on in the UK, and I feel like it's. I feel bad for them up there. Anybody who lives in the UK, having to deal with that kind of crap. But there's the problem. The reason why they don't have air conditioning up there is because UK is not usually a place where you'd have a heat wave.
Yeah, that's a cold place.
Yeah, it's rare that they ever have any, heat waves at all. In fact, the last heat wave they have, according to Sophie, was like back in 1976.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
That is a long time to go without a heat wave.
So you can say that it being hot up in the UK is a rarity, especially a heat wave. That's why she pretty much wasn't there for chilling with Jordy, today. Now, as for yesterday, she actually had the time, and all that.
Yeah.
But today, it was a one-man show for me, and I pretty much did my best that I could for the past 2 hours. And I pretty much held up everything I could. Now,
hey,
for tomorrow,
you're gonna have to find yourself a female replacement for which he doesn't show up. You gotta get.
Man. Oh wait, you want me to place Sophie with you, Generation Kenny? Oh, come on, dude. You don't have. Hey, you're the one with the.
Hey, Kenny can get you some 20s.
Oh, jeez, God, don't even get me started on the 20s. But yeah, I'm sure she'll be okay, hopefully. And she doesn't, Now, I don't know if I will do it tomorrow or not, depending on the time. I know I'm going to try and start at 2 p.m. Eastern time and then end at 4 p.m. Eastern time because Rant Rave starts every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, That'll be giving me like 2 jobs in one day. Now, as for Friday,
hey, you already got 2 jobs for doing this.
Hey,
hey, this ain't the majority.
Hey, this ain't the only thing I do here. I mean, I might be helping out Hiroshima with something else too. You never know. I mean, I just like to have fun. That's all. But as far as Friday goes, I don't know if she will be available or not. I know she's going to be meeting Carrie Beans and Reigns, in person. Now, as for Reigns, I think he's going to chicken out. It's obvious he's chickening out because he's like saying, "Oh, I'm scared of Carrie Beans. She's scary. She scares me." I met Carrie Beans, and she ain't scary. She ain't. And I mean, like hot dang. I mean, a guy who needs to get his balls out of his mom's purse, reattach him to where his nutsack needs to be, and just freaking, go with the flow. I mean, like, grow some balls.
So, that sounds like that one person who we're not going to name, but
Reigns. I'm telling you, like the other person. Oh my God! Don't even get me started on.
Like I said, we're not going to name him.
Oh no.
If you know it, if you've kept up with all this stuff for long enough, you should know. But if you haven't, you're just not going to know. At this point. But continue.
Only I'm not going to say, don't go bury me. Go bury me. You and your fake arse wrestling. What is he going to do? What is he going to do about it?
He's not going to do a thing.
Exactly.
I'm going to slap your ass.
No. I'm going to slap. If I meet him in person, I'm going to slap him in his arse.
Oh.
Hold on. I got this thing where I can do this.
Gay. that is kind of gay. That is kind of gay.
But I know what. But I know what isn't gay. I know what isn't gay. Dan XP, credit to you, buddy. Phenomenal. You back.
What the
Oh,
yeah, I just think that's hilarious.
I was waiting. I was waiting for you to do that at least once. I was waiting for that.
I'm sorry. Credit to Dan XP, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Now, And as for Sophie, I hope she's feeling well. Hopefully, she'll find a way to cool off during the heat wave. Hogert, Hogert, she's really
Yeah.
loving this entertainment. I think it's the black part.
Man. People
But,
really. The thing is, people really don't expect me to be black. They don't.
What do you expect yourself to be? Do you expect yourself to, like, I don't know, like bleach your skin, look like Michael Jackson?
Hey, just get that vitiligo, then I'll be that. Then I'll actually be that white guy that people want me
God,
to be.
you know what Michael Jackson? You know what he looked like to me with that? When he bleached his skin from black to white or something like that. To me, he looked like a woman. Didn't he not look like a woman?
When he had that long black, especially with that long black hair.
It's like did this
long
guy
black
change?
hair really did it too? Yeah.
It's like he went from being a black man to a white woman. I'm telling you, like, okay, so if I were to turn from white to black, would that make me from a white man to a black woman? I mean, like, would that be crazy?
It would be, because first I couldn't imagine you black.
Oh my God! Well,
God, I don't think I could imagine you black. Start off there.
Well, actually, they had okay, hold on. There's this app on here called the Face app. They actually had this thing where when you could actually turn yourself into being a black person, but unfortunately, they took that away because people got, quote unquote, offended by it. But then again, I never got the chance to figure what would that like. Now, if I was, let's just say comparing my looks to yours would be bad because you'd be more handsomer than me. What am I trying to say here? I'm saying I'd be ugly. He actually had a skin condition which nobody knew, and he sort of did like one. What's she talking about here?
I think she meant to say did look like one, I guess.
But look like one what?
Probably did look like one woman. I'm trying to read between the lines.
Wait. Oh, wait. Michael Jackson? Oh, I thought she was talking about you.
Oh, man.
I was thinking, like, wait. Phenomenal was white?
Oh, my God.
But no.
That's probably going to be the biggest what if to most people's lives, though. What if I was white?
And there's a big if. What if I was black? Well, I'll tell you one thing.
Dragon Ball Z.
No. Wait. No, next time on Black Spot.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Deku got keys when he's making fun of that guy.
Oh, man.
I just love it when he's playing the Dragon Ball Z next time on theme, and then all of a sudden he's talking about Michael kind of looked like a woman. Oh yeah, he did. Tune in next time for the next exciting episode of Black Spot. I'm telling you, Deku got keys.
Oh, man.
Although,
why would you advertise that on the? Why would you feel the need to advertise your medical issues on the internet?
I have no idea. I mean, why would you advertise something that is penial related that is a medical issue?
Hey, at the same time, we have Sean's View, who showed himself like that on YouTube for educational purposes.
Speaking of Sean's View, go ahead, Kenny. I'm sorry.
And Charlie King, who like showed his ass when Finn Balor beat Bobby Lashley for the match.
Wait. Well, that's one smart for you. Taking wrestling that seriously. But anyway, that's what. Okay, there's something I was meaning to ask. What is Sean's view? I don't know who that is because I saw someone talk about that in the live chat. And
I know who he is. I'll break it down to you. So long time ago, he's a guy that makes these WWE news allegedly talking about CM Punk's coming back, which those was fake. He will just constantly talk about CM Punk every single day on his videos and stuff, and he'll make some. He'll make some off the wall videos talking about, oh, I need donations. If not, then I'm gonna die, and all this other crazy shit.
Come on.
Yeah.
That is messed up.
And there was a time and then there was a time that him and JD got into it, which was
back when JD actually kind of was entertaining.
Wait, JD from NY206.
Yep.
Yeah, him tall, the human hamster.
Yeah, human. Yeah, we call him human.
Well, here's the thing here. The one thing that I do not like about him is the fact that he's going to take back his criticism towards Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss had to whine, moan, and bitch, saying that she was being bullied on social media. I'm like, what? That is not bullying. It's called constructive criticism. Like I said,
that was kind of fucked up though when he said it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Talking maybe she's not in good in bed. I'm like, dude, you went too far on that one.
Wait, he said that?
Yeah, he said that.
He said, imagine the kind of performance. Imagine if Alexa Bliss performed in bed the same way she performed in the ring.
That was a fuck up right there. I was like, yeah, you done fucked up on that one.
Here's the thing here. I would never compare anyone's, performance in bed to their performance in the ring. However, I will say that if some people, if they don't know how to take constructive criticism, then then how do you expect to better yourself?
Oh,
Spire, how you
going on? If you want to join this, I'm gonna send you the link over Discord.
It was no issue with that, but then when he mentioned about her, that personal thing, that's an issue.
Like that. The thing was that wasn't really constructive criticism. That's the thing with that. That really wasn't constructive criticism.
I really kind of mistaken it for constructive criticism, but here's another thing.
Because
there's also a difference between constructive criticism.
I consider constructive criticism to be kind of something that in some ways, it sound like constructive criticism at least will give you advice, I feel, to kind of help you out.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know what he was thinking. If he was thinking like that, you think Alexa will be in bed with who? Master Splinter, a fucking rat?
Well, it wouldn't be Buddy Murphy. I'll say that right now.
But yeah, like.
Well, here's the deal here.
Continue.
If I may, here's the thing here. Here's the difference between constructive criticism and also, motivation. Maybe was he trying to what was he really trying to do here? Was he giving criticism or was he trying to motivate Alexa to be better? Because let's face it,
say neither.
No. Kenny, hear me out. What if he was? Think about it. Alexa Bliss is not the greatest in-ring athlete, in the game.
I get what you said, but I'm not a fan of JD. Especially he blocked me for no reason on Twitter. Like, how the hell do you know who I am if you block me for I didn't say nothing to him at all.
He blocked you for no reason?
Yeah.
If he blocked you because you're black, then he's racist.
I'm trying to click on his profile. It says, "Oh, you've been blocked by JD." I'm like, how the hell I got blocked by JD? I'm like,
but yeah, Jordan, continue what you're trying to say about criticism.
The thing is, the difference is like when you're trying to help, when you give credit like constructive criticism, that's one thing. However, what this guy was trying to do, whatever he was trying to do, it didn't work the way he expected to. Maybe he was trying to, motivate her to be better in the ring, mostly. Because let's face it, Alexa Bliss is not the greatest in-ring athlete in the game today. Now, if she stepped up, if she stepped up her A game even more, maybe she wouldn't have had criticism like that, or maybe even or him even saying that at all.
Just look at Asuka.
Yeah, look at Asuka. Look at her. Mm-hmm. That's who you should probably be like. She knows how to take it seriously. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm not gonna try and I'm not gonna defend this guy. I'm just simply putting my point of view out there.
I don't expect you in this case to really defend.
Yeah.
Defend it.
He's a big boy. He can handle
himself. He wasn't handling that.
He's bigger than he's older than most of us, I think.
He's 39. He's about to be in his 40s.
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
People think criticism equals hate.
Whoa, Jonathan, we could barely hear you, my guy.
Yeah.
And I said my guy, just so we're clear.
He needs to unmute his microphone.
No, it's not his microphone. I think he was in too. I thought or the guy wanted sexual favors from Alexa Bliss, but it backfired. Ooh. Man, she's even in on this.
What I said was people think criticism equals hate, which is stupid.
You know what? That's true. True.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true. Take a look at Brandy Rhodes. What I talked about her and the Young Bucks. Does that not prove my point? How people think criticism is hate?
I don't think that. People are legit stupid. I don't care y'all get offended. I'm calling you stupid. You're legit retarded. You think criticism equals hate? Criticism means you get better stuff. Quit being retarded. You think it equals hate? I'm so sorry for saying retarded, but you people are stupid out there. And like seriously, criticism does not equal hate. Criticism like make you like advance or improve on something you did wrong. Hate me like hate means like this. Like I want to get you killed. I hope you get shot dead. And that's hate. You want someone to get killed. That's hate.
Plus, Kenny. Plus, Jonathan. Here's another thing. See, the thing is, the more criticism you have, the better you can do your style in the ring or anything in life, like whether it's the entertainment business or the wrestling business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any criticism you have can help better yourself into a better producer or a better performer or whatever.
Like saying, like this is hate. For example, I hope Alexa Bliss gets fired. Now that's hate.
Now, okay, industries are very sexist and have been that way. You know what? I'll admit, every industry, whether it's wrestling or any other industry in between, have always been like that.
It's all like that. It's like the industry is a fucked up. That's why that's why if you want to be part of something, go independent. Do something independent. Find something.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Anyway, Spyro, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, what's going on, Spyro? I've been doing good these past couple days.
Yeah, Spyro, you've been making some good content. You've been making some good content with your streams.
Yeah, that one stream, that was a fucking ride. I got dislike bombed. Fuck yeah.
Oh,
great.
I haven't experienced that yet, but I won't be surprised.
They're just some petty motherfuckers that are angry because I'm not going to talk about drama no more.
We're not going to talk about drama anymore because it's over.
Yeah, like what drama do we really have right now? Like even I just kind of fixed my drama with the road you are in. So
after that song got put out,
I still can't believe you did that, Kenny. I still can't believe you did that.
Hold on.
Although I heard that fucking what's his name? That fucking Zachary Stein motherfucker. He ain't even call my YouTube channel anymore.
What? Hey, hold on. You said something about drama. Well, here's one drama I don't think we'll hear from now. You don't mind if I play this on my microphone?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Just for entertainment purposes, okay?
You see, I thought
you could have shared screen that.
I know, but I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt or giving him the beneficiary of being shown on this show.
Okay,
see,
I'll give you
when I first saw that video, I thought that was directed to me because I made a stream talking about him.
I thought it was directed to Dan XP because he's the one who was pretty much quote unquote exposing him of his private life and his family and all his other problems. I was like, prick.
Yeah, did you see like his face in that fucking video? Like that motherfucker was ready to cry.
Oh my god!
He's a horrible YouTuber. He's a horrible person, and I'm gonna expose him.
Screw him!
I use you, Jordan. I'll use you, bitch.
Wait! You used me?
I just had to do it, man.
Deep voice, Kenny. You gotta say in a deep voice, it's like I use you, bitch.
I use you. I use you, bitch. I'll use you.
I use you. I sound just like Jalen right there. I sound just like Jalen. I use you. I use you.
You know what you guys sound like to me? You sound like Brother Love. Like, I used you. Like Brother Love.
Oh.
There's Bruce Pritchard for you. Anyway. Man, we hit the 2-hour mark and we're still kicking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but them motherfuckers that came into my stream dislike bomb, they were coming in like saying like N-word with a hard ER and shit. They were coming in full fucking blast, trying everything to get my stream taken down. That stream's still up, and it had 57 dislikes the other day. Now it's down to like 12.
So,
damn, Spyro, what people you pissed off?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, phenomenal! Your girl was trying to say society is effed up, but for some reason it wouldn't be shown because it was held up for review. I think the live chat is set up where you can't say certain words like F or anything like that.
All right, I'll take a look into that. I'll take a look at that.
You know what the problem is with live chats? Okay, if anybody saw me in my live stream day, I pretty much handled myself in regards to live chat. Even when someone said something about David, here's the thing: when someone said, okay. I know this is a bad thing to say when you have trolls like this, but someone said that David has breast cancer. And I was in my head like, wait a minute, I knew David was a woman somehow because I made that turn that negative into a funny moment, but I did say that it was bad either way, So it just goes to show that even I can turn the meanest, situations into a funny moment. That I can switch it off, throw it back into them in their faces.
Yeah.
Well,
now you're getting dislike bomb. Oh my god! Look at episode 29. It was dislike bombed, during the live stream. But the problem is they were all gone by the time it ended. Like maybe 10 or 20 minutes later, and it's like the most liked episode.
People buying face dislikes. That's what people do nowadays. Just buy fake dislikes.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like because it had like 57 dislikes.
Yeah,
when it first started out.
Huh?
And like that's the thing with people. Like we always have to hide behind stuff. Like people have to hide behind stuff like sock accounts and all this other fake stuff. And it's like
what are you doing? Why are you making sock accounts for? Just to troll someone?
Yeah, and
you made all that time. We took all that time just to make a sock account.
Including Mr. Black Spot himself making sock accounts towards Deku Got Keys.
You basically wait for 10 minutes of times making sock accounts. Like, what's your problem making sock accounts?
Okay, y'all. I'm about to head out. But before I leave, I just gotta do one more thing. Y'all know So Illuminati, right? Y'all know So Illuminati?
Yeah,
I do.
I think so.
I don't.
All right. Y'all might get this catchphrase. Spiritual Black Spot in the building. Gazer 2 times in the building.
What?
Simple. I'm out.
See you, Kenny.
Bye, Kenny. Bye, Kenny.
Kenny.
Mitch, if you don't know what we're talking about, basically, it's about this guy. Do you mind if I say this name only one time?
Okay,
Go ahead.
Okay, there's this guy that's by the name of Dark Horse, and I like to call him Dark Whore because that's really pretty much what he is, also like a man whore. But anyway, he's a white guy who says, and I don't know why he has to explain this, but says that he has somewhat of a black spot or some dark area around his pineal.
Man.
And we're like, why? Why acknowledge that on freaking YouTube? But then again, this is why Deku Got Keys calls him Black Spot, just to make fun of that thing he has on his pineal, because it's a running joke,
Yeah, and then he got mad when people started using it against him.
Well, what does he expect? Because that's what he gets for acting like a pissant, acting like a mean, prick towards everybody else he encounters.
Like, that's the kind of stuff you don't put on the internet if you don't want someone to talk about it
or make fun of you.
Yeah,
he brought it upon himself, essentially.
Like you like that's bait. Like when you say stuff on the internet, that stuff is bait.
Oh my God! Well, in his case, it won't be. Let me tell you something. In his case, it wouldn't be masturbate. I'll tell you that right now.
He probably can't even get the thing up to perform, so I don't expect him to shake that thing and get it to work.
Wait a minute. Oh my God, she's laughing now. TMI, man. Well, hey, I didn't know you were still here, Jenna. I mean, I thought you was gone. Like Deku was saying.
Nah, she's still here.
Oh my God.
I'm about to head out. All
right, Mitch.
Thank y'all for having me. All right.
Thank you for
I might head out as well, people. So hey, I might leave too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see you, Jonah.
I'll see you in the next live Uncut. No, I'm gonna be in there anyway. So part 4, whenever you join it, I'll be in.
All right.
Okay. And one more thing before I go. Will you be doing this every day or every week?
Every week, mostly.
This is weekly.
Okay. All right.
Nope, still here. Okay.
All right. Y'all, once again, I'm out. See y'all later.
All right. Thanks for coming by.
Okay.
And then there were 3.
There were 3.
Hey, you know what's so funny? No N-bombs were dropped.
Oh, I'm surprised. The motherfucking dudes that were trying to get my shit taken down don't come over here. I'm really surprised. Because usually when I'm on these types of streams,
if they come over here, we'll clown them right up.
Oh yeah, like these are the same. These are like the same people that are like they're like for like Dan Stein and that huge boomer motherfucker that showed up in Deku's stream that one time. Let me tell you all about that motherfucker. Why I got a problem with him.
Yeah.
I found out who this guy was because my friend Fractured Light was apparently in a beef with this dude all the way back in March, and I came to Light's defense. I said like, yo, like what the fuck are you doing? Like what you're doing is retarded. Maybe don't do this shit. And then I do another stream talking about it because like the guy was saying shit like oh Light the pedophile, like I got proof. And I said, like, well, I'd like to see your proof. And as I was streaming, the motherfucker goes ahead and says, a source that wishes to remain anonymous has said that Spyro the Bug Boy has asked someone for nudes. They're 12, by the way. Like, who the fuck? And that's where these whole pedo allegations started with me. And I went on a stream and I debunked the whole shit. And people still believe it, and I got people like constantly showing up in my stream saying like, "Oh, you're a pedo. Own up to your shit." Like we're gonna dox you. Some dude tried fucking doxing me live on fucking stream. Like that's how far they went. Luckily, I got that motherfucker out of the chat before he could. All this, and then that huge boomer guy like had the nerve. Like I guess he went to Deku because like he knew I was like on good terms with him. That's probably the reason why.
And word of advice, if you know you're on good terms with Deku, don't go to Deku. Don't. And if someone goes here, and if someone and if like some trolls go to Deku, you know you're automatically gonna win. You already know.
Yeah.
Well, you're automatically going to win because you got his attention, obviously.
Yeah, but like
But
the
at the
boom,
same
like the
time-
boomer guy, like I'm done with him. Like,
But guess what? He's already. I mean, Deku would already win either way because he's going to clown him.
oh yeah, you would.
Yep.
God, remember one of Hiroshimaru's streams, like the one where we had that Flynn SMT guy, and that controversy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that.
By the way,
That dude went radio silent after that shit.
wait, who me?
No, the Flynn, like he
Yeah,
fucking
Flynn.
disappeared.
And probably for the best.
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
Good riddance to bad freaking rubbish.
And we already
Anyway.
talked. We talked about Flynn in proportion for episode 2, so we're not
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
Now, I just
You're
thought I'd
kind
throw
of-
that out there, just to
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mhm.
as for that comment, Jenna, it's not the three Migos, it's the three Caballeros. If anybody does not know what I'm talking about, I will be shocked.
Oh man,
You don't know what that is?
I know what that is.
Okay.
I know what it is.
Okay, there we go. Man, I'm surprised nobody else got that running joke. We're the three Caballeros. I think we pretty much covered a lot of things. AEW, WWE, the Beyond, Dark Side of the Ring. And look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. Wait, what? Wait. She doesn't?
Oh man, I'll have
You know
to
what?
educate. I'll have to educate
Yeah.
her later on that
Yeah.
before you
I'm
do.
like, you know what? That just proves that society, it's ended. The apocalypse is near because she does not know what that means. Anyway, it's
But
okay. I
have funnier. Hey, I have funnier stories with her. I have funny stories with her. I'm about to embarrass her on the air, but I love her. I don't care. I don't care what I'm about to get into. I don't care.
okay.
All right. So, because we used to go to school together, and we used to have history class together. Now, I'm very proficient in history. That's probably my strongest subject. She, on the other hand, not so much.
Oh, yeah.
So, we had this question. I forgot what the question was, but I know the answer to the question was Ronald Reagan. So I asked her who was president during something. I forgot what it was, and I was giving her the hint of Reagan smash. Reagan smash. You know what she says? You want to know what she says to that?
What?
What'd she say?
Eisenhower.
What?
She says Eisenhower to that. Oh my.
Oh, no. Or better yet, I'll play it off my phone, which would be funnier. Which if I get this from, hold on. All right, wait a minute. Give me a second here. Where's it at? Oh, wait, here it is.
Oh man.
No. I bet you guys won't. Bet you guys don't know what that is, huh? Oh, she's laughing in the chat. Don't know what she's laughing at, but I do know this. I do know this though. Bet you guys don't know what that no is from. Bet you won't guess that's from.
I don't remember what that's from, but I've heard it. But I've heard it before because I've played that before.
Spyro.
I believe I've heard that before.
Where's it from?
I don't remember.
Isn't that from The Office?
No.
No, that's the no God, no, please, no.
No. No, not that.
That's
No,
bad.
not that. It's. I'll give you a hint. The guy's reacting to someone. Need another hint?
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Comes out. People hate him.
Keemstar?
You suck, Spyro. No, it's not Killer Keemstar.
Well, Keemstar does suck if we're being honest, but it's not
No,
Keemstar.
oh yeah, but he's no longer Keemstar anymore. He's known as #Drama Alert.
Oh, well, either way, he sucks.
Yeah. The only time I was ever.
If you get news from Keemstar, you're an idiot.
Yeah. The
Hey,
only
you know-
time I was actually ever on Keemstar's side was with the whole mundane match shit. That was the only time.
Did you know he actually called someone the N-word and someone and then that same person a pedo at the same time?
Oh,
Doesn't surprise me.
There's some controversy through that too. Trust me. If you guys have not been on YouTube that long.
Doesn't surprise me. Coming from the guy whose same channel is pretty much about starting drama.
Especially when it came to drama in regards to the whole angry grandpa's son, Charles Jr., Charlie Chill, that piece of crap, who actually lives, who, by the way, I'm surprised that guy's even from the same state as I am. Gives me more than one reason that even despite COVID-19 to beat that guy to a pulp for what he's done. But anyway, back to the guessing. So, it's not Killer Keemstar. Do you want another hint?
Yeah, let's get into
Go
it.
ahead.
Throwing people over the top rope. But still get booed.
Throwing people over the top rope, but still getting booed.
Come on. That light bulb's kicking in. It has to. That think bulb's got to be kicking.
Only thing I can think of there is like Roman Reigns.
Yes! Which event?
2015 Royal Rumble.
No, wrong year.
2016?
No! No!
Oh man.
You got one last chance.
I want to say 18. I really want to say 18. But it's 17. It's 17.
You already said 18. You don't count anymore. Yes, broken TCS Rockstar for Life. It's 2017. The guy who I was playing off on my phone was reacting to Roman Reigns entering the Rumble at number 30 in 2017.
I do not. For some reason, I don't remember the 2017 Royal Rumble.
Oh my God! Everyone was pissed at the 2017 Royal Rumble because
wasn't that the one that Randy won?
Yes.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Roman, he came out at number 30. Now, everyone expects someone different to come out at number 30, but Roman had already wrestled that night in a title match, but everybody knows when you wrestle in a title match, like a world title match, you're not in the Rumble automatically,
Yeah.
But in this case, this was different. And they put Roman at number 30, and everyone's going nuts with hatred oozing out of them for Roman. And because of that, everyone was like, 3, 2, 1, Samoa Joe. Bet it. What the? By the way, you know what? this may not always be may not be a Hiroshi stream, but could we do a live reaction right here of that? Because I got there's like a highlight reel of people reacting to that, and I guess it's probably there for everyone to react to.
Yeah,
it's not a copyrighted video, so hold on. Like I said, not copyrighted, so we're in the safe zone.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second here. Yeah, frick me. Hold on. Wait, where is it? Where the frick is it? I have it right here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna send it to you via Facebook.
All right.
And actually, you know what? Can I share screen this?
Yeah.
This is my idea anyway. So
I was almost getting. I was expecting you to do that from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I'm glad I thought of it. Okay.
Well, and I'm glad I expected it, but.
All right. Give me a second. All right. 2017 Royal. Hold on. Rumble. Okay. Let's see. And I hope I'm going to play the right one. Oh, but first, I got some notifications. Oh, it was saying that you were live for Live and Uncut.
Oh, you get notifications.
Oh yeah. Wait. Hold on. Ah, frick. I'm gonna have to type this in the right way so I can get the video right. Anyway,
do you need a few minutes?
Oh no. I'm good. Just should have been prepared for this after all. Okay, let's see. WWE Royal Rumble Rumble 2017 fans. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right. Got my sound all up. I think everything should be ready.
All right.
Remington the Wait, what? Wait, where the heck did this guy come from? Is that even a... Hold on. What's going on here? Let me see here.
Remington the Sims, I think is a troll.
Oh, I knew there was something off about that guy. You know what?
That's why I didn't. Normally, I would have said something, but I didn't say anything.
Don't worry about it. You know, it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Let a troll be a troll.
We're the stars. He's not.
Mm-hmm.
He's just an instrument. That's right. What you gonna do now? Anyway, share.
Okay, let's play this.
All right, here we go. Ready?
3, 2, 1, Super John! What the fuck? Oh, God! Damn it!
Fowler.
Oh, are you fucking serious? I want Finn Balor. Oh, just kidding. I'm so it might be Finn Balor and Balor or Craig. And Undertaker WrestleMania. Finn Balor.
Look at that guy's face.
Oh my god. It's like he just saw death in the face.
Who's number 30? 3, 2, 1. Are you serious?
Oh, here's the video.
No, 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 no.
Oh no.
Gets one of these guys, picks up something and throws it.
Are you? Oh my God. I can't believe they just did this again. I can't believe they just did it again. 2, 1. Fuck. What?
Even the girlfriend.
Joe, I'm marking up. Joe. What? What?
Look at that.
Oh fuck yeah!
Face though.
Oh.
Face though. Oh my god.
And he was looking down at the camera, like going up, and then like, this is embarrassing. God, what do you guys think?
Oh man. Not gonna lie. Now trying to like reminisce back to that. I kind of had a similar reaction, like thinking about like because they could have really put Joe or someone exciting for number 30, but they made it Roman Reigns.
And not only that, that was the night where John Cena became a 16-time world
champion. Yeah, he beat AJ Styles.
And to be honest, that was the first night AJ had appeared at the Rumble as a champion. Next year, he's a champion again. Only this was before the Rumble. It was prior to Survivor Series 2017. However,
when he beat Jinder, ended that reign. Yeah,
and plus now in 2018 he appears at the Rumble. He actually walks out of the Rumble 2018 after beating both. Oh yeah, it was. I know, Jen. I know you found that hilarious. After beating both freaking Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match. I have no idea why they even consider that. I mean, why not make it a triple threat to make it more legal?
That's my problem with some of these world title matches being handicap matches.
And then 2019, now AJ wasn't a champion, but he's in the world title. He's in a world title match. So basically, he's the only person.
Didn't he face Daniel Bryan?
Yeah, and he's now AJ. He's considered the only person to appear in 3 Royal Rumble events in a world title match without even being in the Rumble. 2017, 18, and 19. Tell me if you heard of any other superstar that has done that 3 years in a row.
That's correct. What you said is correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, in reminiscent, I will say that John Cena becoming a 16-time champion was both a negative and a positive. The negatives is that you're having him, win the title in a freaking, environment where AJ's in the prime of his life in the biggest run he could ever have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's taken away from AJ's expense, making a name at someone else's expense. Now, as for for the positives, at least he can be tied up with Flair as a 16-time world champion. Now, everyone can disagree with me because there's a lot of Cena haters out there. But at the same time, I've always been a John Cena fan. So, and plus, I'm not a smart for him. I mean,
and I don't see you like Jordan Henry, but I don't see you like Jordan Henry making videos in a John Cena shirt. So,
oh my God, well, I don't. Well, here's the thing: I used to have there's probably a picture of me in a John Cena get up, but still, I'm not as the same as I was back then.
Well, I don't think any of us are. But
in fact, here's the thing: unlike Mr. The Irish Cuck himself, you will not see me, wear a T-shirt. Well, today's my birthday, by the way, guys. I'm back. Oh, happy birthday, Total Instinct.
Oh, happy birthday,
Happy
Total!
birthday, man.
If Total has a Discord, we should get him in here.
But anyway, yeah, you will not see me putting on my John Cena, my large John Cena T-shirt, right here. If anything, I'm gonna probably wear a 2XL because I like a little bit more room, when I wear a shirt. I don't like it like on my hugging my waist and all that.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm fat or anything. I'm in good shape. It's just
I've seen what you look like. You're not fat.
Oh no, far from that.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to talk about how fat, talk to Romy 2184. I'm just kidding. He's mostly.
I was gonna say, doesn't he have muscle?
Yeah, he's got muscle. He's got
Christian
muscle.
Rance is who we talk to if we need to talk about fat.
Oh
That's
man,
who we go to.
He's fat, and like Scott Stein, like he's fat, and you know what? I'll make him bleed.
Man. But back to where we were with Cena.
Yeah, the positive is that he's now one of the big names who's in terms of flair as a 16-time world champion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can't defend Cena on everything. I can only defend on what I can about some of the decisions that was made regarding the company revolving around him because he was the top babyface of the company.
Mm-hmm. My thing with that 16th reign was it didn't really go anywhere.
No, it was just a transitional.
It was very transitional. And then when Bray Wyatt won the belt.
You know what? That's the thing. It was like the game of hot potato right here, In fact, that was a big problem with 2017. You have the title to Cena, you have the title to Wyatt, then you have the title to Orton, then you have the title to Mahal, and after no pun intended, a modern, casual reign with a title, he passes it back to AJ. I'm like, okay.
Hey, that's not a bad amount of title changes because that's only that's only 5. That's only 5 compared to some title changes in other years of WWE. That's only about 5.
Wait a minute. Phenomenal. No, there's some bad feedback on your end. Hold on.
Oh.
Test it for me.
1 sec.
Wait a minute. Nope, I don't see anything now. I don't know what was going on.
Probably because
the feedback's happening again. I don't know what's going on here. Folks, this is why StreamYard sucks. I don't know why it does this.
Huh.
Well, this is somewhat why StreamYard sucks, but not all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
But yeah, I think he only had the bill only changed about 5 times. I think about that in 2017, which isn't the most ideal amount of times you want it to change. It's better than 2000. I think that it's better than WCW 2000 by a long shot.
WCW 2000. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like WWE.
It was better than that. It was better than that. And at least AJ's reign and at least AJ's reign from 2016, at least that didn't overdevelop like I think his 2017 reign. 2017-2018 reign kind of did.
I think the 2017-2018 reign was practically better than his first one.
I actually disagree.
What are you talking about? He was the champion longer in 2017 through 2018.
But just because you're the champion longer doesn't equal the quality of the reign, in my opinion. Because the thing with AJ's second reign, while he won the title in a great match with Jinder, he also had the matches with Shinsuke at WrestleMania.
I get what you're going with this. Yes, I agree. The matches with Shinsuke Nakamura were pretty much, not
except for the Money in the Bank match. That match was actually pretty good. But
then there was him and Samoa Joe.
And again, it was another case of those matches they didn't meet my expectations of what the two could do.
The problem is that WWE really wanted to do something with AJ with this title reign. Only the problem is they did not trust him to be in the main event. If they had trusted him to be in the main event of the pay-per-views like WrestleMania and all that, and other events, they would have gotten somewhere with him, and then other opponents would have came along their way so he could be looking like a fighting champion. But instead, they just squandered it, just like they do with everything else.
And that's why I say his first reign was better, because in his first reign, he had some banger title matches. He had that match with Dean Ambrose at TLC. He had that match with Cena at the Rumble, even though he lost the match. Those two matches, those were bangers of match. Those were two banger matches.
Yeah.
And his second reign didn't really have those matches.
The only main event he had in 2018 alone was, I think, 2018 would have to be Fastlane.
Like
that 6-pack challenge.
And that match, that match was okay.
Yeah, it was okay, but then all of a sudden, like that's the only main event you saw AJ as the world champion.
Yeah,
on a special event or pay-per-view, and it was.
And then they killed brand exclusive pay-per-views. Like after that pay-per-view, they pretty much killed them off.
If they had just booked the brand exclusive pay-per-views like they did, like from 2003 through 2007, things would have been very, very, bad in regards to the brand extension,
I know, but then they decided to do 19 pay-per-views a year.
Jeez. Oh,
like, the thing is, that is more than 25% of Sundays that you're going to be watching pay-per-views. That is more than 25%.
I was going crazy with these events, to be honest.
Like,
they drove me insane.
I don't blame you. And especially because you had some of these, especially because some of these events were just bad. Like, Fastlane 2017, that was bad.
The only thing good about it was probably, a match or two, but that's just it.
Yeah, that was bad. And especially with Goldberg coming back to beat Kevin Owens.
No, wait a minute. No. I thought you were talking about 2018. Okay.
Yeah, it was 17.
2017. Okay, that I agree with you. I knew what Goldberg's role was anyway before it was even, written in WrestleMania 33, I believe, because he was meant to be a transitional champion. Not once, but twice. With both, both belts. One of them to be looking like a fruit roll-up. The other one to look like a Viagra pill.
Man.
This is why I think they should have brought the World Heavyweight title back. Straight up.
And Total Distinct, thanks for joining the Discord for the channel. Thanks for joining the Discord to the channel. Link for the StreamYard is in the description, so if you want to join, link is right in there. But yeah, like, oh my god, like, I just don't like how, like, I don't like WWE's handling of transitional champions sometimes.
I don't either. It makes me sick. I mean, like, it's like they don't do anything with the champion, period.
Especially like going back to 2017 with Wyatt and they had 3 transitional champions with Cena, Wyatt, and Orton. Like, and that was only to set up for the gender experiment that massively failed.
Yes, it does, Broken. It does suck.
Like the Universal title, I don't care what anyone says, that title is a failure. That is a failure.
Oh my god. The only thing that made it a failure was that when you gave it to people like when you gave it to Goldberg, then you gave it to Lesnar. That's what made it that's what made it a failure.
Well, I personally, I feel like it was doomed from the start, because when Finn got injured, that killed hope, because I think they really had a plan for Finn.
Well, here's the thing. A negative, like I said, I've always said this. Sometimes you can turn negatives into positives.
Yeah. And I agree with what you're saying there.
Look at Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens. Can you imagine I mean, they would have given the title to Rollins and another heel run again, but then again, with Kevin Owens, it wouldn't have given Seth Rollins a face, push they deserved at that point. But then again, after the whole thing that happened with him on social media, now you can see why. He's no longer a babyface.
Yeah.
Now,
but the thing is, with Owens' reign as Universal Champion, while I get what they're trying to do, but
it was too much. It was too much Seth Rollins.
No, it was too much. In my opinion, it was actually too much Jericho. It was too much Jericho.
Oh, okay. Let me just say this: if there's one thing that Jericho can do, is actually help better talent.
I agree with that.
And that's the thing. That was basically what Jericho was there for Kevin Owens.
Yeah, he was there, but at the same time,
I mean, every heel needs to have a backup.
Yeah, I get that, but there's also a time where I think the heel needs to have a clean win. A heel needs, I think, in my opinion, for a good championship reign, at least one clean win. I don't mind.
You want to look at clean wins for a heel? Watch Ring of Honor.
Like, I don't mind a dirty finish for a heel. I don't mind that. But I think that a heel should have one at least clean finish in their title reign to at least look somewhat credible.
I think I can think of one. Seth Rollins versus Adrian Neville, 2015.
And they had a really good match. They had good match.
That's a candidate for match of the year, even though the title didn't change, but still, it was a great match.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and that was an example of a heel looking strong. Sometimes heels don't sometimes with heels, there's always an insert a sidekick guy for a heel that doesn't need it. And Owens, while I think Owens needed Jericho, I think that Hell in a Cell match, when they had Jericho interfere, that was a little overkill in my opinion. Because Jericho was there for the bulk of the match.
Yeah.
If he was there just to cause the finish at the end, I would have been more okay with it. But he was there for the bulk of the match. And that kind of took me out of the match. Because that made me realize, okay, Seth's not winning. All hope is lost. Although I knew he wasn't going to win in the beginning, but once he came in, I knew all hope was lost.
So, but here's the problem. WWE's going to do whatever they do. Like Vince McMahon's going to book his heels. He has to book his heels to be bad with their endings. That's all. And as much as that's a real dumb excuse, it is what it is. That's how Vince has done his business for years.
Yeah, and as long as Vince is making money off of it, he's not going to change anytime soon.
No, the only time he had to change was during the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Now, with Ruthless Aggression, there were some things that were acceptable, but with this modern era we live in, especially when they call it the reality era, bullcrap. Mm-hmm. Even with the new logo, it's still not enough. I mean, I would like the Undisputed Championship belt that they had from 2002 to 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, and redesign, put the new logo on that belt. Replace the scratch logo with the new logo.
Mm-hmm.
And let Brock Lesnar, have some, have a throwback. He would be holding the belt he held back when he was 25 years old when he beat The Rock. Oh, but no, they don't want to go that route. They don't want to think about past designs. They want to think about the future. Hey, newsflash. A little throwback and a little bit of, redesign on old stuff never hurt anybody. I mean, everybody thought the Universal title would have looked like the winged eagle back when it was used, from 1980 to 1998.
I think I still have a picture of a custom design of that. I think I still have a picture of that.
I do too. And to be honest with you, that would have been much better. But no, they don't want to go that route. They don't want to think about using past designs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you ever heard something you can turn something old and make it new and all that?
Yeah, you can turn something old into something new. Yeah.
Yeah. Why they could have done that. But they didn't. because Vince, he wants to think about new. Look, here's the thing. You are an old, wrinkly prick. Think about what your titles used to be back then and use old designs to make them look new. Like, take, for example, you don't have to have your tag team titles to look the same design for both brands, for Raw and SmackDown. You do not need to have your women's titles to look exactly the same, only with differences. And you do not need your world titles to look exactly the same. Look at the Intercontinental and United States titles before they were redesigned. That is how you think, with good past designs.
Mm-hmm.
Need I say more?
And the thing is, think about this. Vince right now is 74.
Oh my God, that'd be 75. One year older too many.
Imagine 5 years later, 2025. Vince is 80. Imagine Vince McMahon, an 80-year-old Vince McMahon, booking Monday Night Raw.
To be honest, I don't know what I'd be in. I don't know what I'd be watching, Monday Night Raw or the old folks home. Because all these wrestlers that he gets, like that, were back in the day when they used to be full time. The only reason why he's getting these guys is for nostalgic wrestling fans, like say Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even know what happened in America. They didn't know Eddie Guerrero passed away, or that Macho Man passed away, or that Andre passed away. They literally wanted to book Eddie Guerrero and Macho and Andre the Giant. Saudi Arabia did. I'm not kidding. I'm not making.
I know that. I believe that. I've heard that.
And for Saudi Arabia, for them not to learn about what's been happening over here in America, yet we learn that they, dismember a U.S. reporter, like that doesn't catch our attention, but yet the deaths of wrestlers like Macho Man, Eddie Guerrero, Andre the Giant, and so many others don't to theirs. Unbelievable.
Like,
stupid.
Oh my.
They're freaking stupid.
Oh my God.
And here I thought I was the one who was retarded here.
Oh no, you no, don't. You shouldn't even think that. You should know. You shouldn't even think that.
Now, well, here's the thing. I'll admit I'm mildly autistic, but even I can take a crack at myself and say things. And I'll admit I am retarded, but guess what? I'm a smart retard. There's a difference. Credit to Jerome on that terminology too. But still, I pretty much make a good point, regardless.
Yeah, like, oh my! I still can't believe that like they decided to just like they are still like doing business, and like they're trying to plan another Saudi show. They're trying to plan another one.
I'm still surprised they even went on with the show. Like after that U.S. reporter got dismembered.
I'm not surprised.
But you know what? It wouldn't. It should. Hold on. It shouldn't have surprised me. You know why? Because Vince is going to do whatever it takes for the money.
That's what I was saying. Like, Vince held WrestleMania in the middle of the pandemic. You really think he's going to stop a show because someone died? As long as Vince sees dollar signs, he will do a show if he's the only one wrestling. And he has to wrestle God again. But
my God.
Elbow drops in the ring like Ric Flair. But as long as it spells money, he will do it.
Well, here's the problem. The one storyline with him and his son, Shane, versus Shawn Michaels and God. Let me just say this. Sacrilegious at its finest. I'm telling you, he likes to... I mean, like, why couldn't he have just booked a rivalry with him and Shawn and not involved religion? You know that many people that religious... like myself, were pretty much offended by that.
I believe that.
I mean, like, plus, and he was like, and Shane during that little segment, when they were in church, which, by the way, thank God it's not the kind of church I go to. I think it was like mostly a Roman Catholic church, and let's just say I'm a born again independent Baptist Christian, King James Version all the way. True word of God. Anyway, point is, the point is, he was like saying something, speaking to the heavens, and then Shane, you could tell he's like moving away from his father, making sure God doesn't strike him down. I'm like, oh. I was hoping that happened, to be honest. Because, like, come on, please take him out of this world. He is overstayed his welcome.
And then what makes it worse, in my opinion, what makes it worse is that he actually won the match.
Yeah, and yet it was mostly a handicap match.
Yes.
So why would you want to book yourself in a match where you're going to face Shawn Michaels and you say it's Michaels and God? That's just not right. Once again, sacrilegious at its finest. The only thing that was good about that night, Backlash 2006, was where Cena, Edge, and Triple H had a good triple threat main event for the WWE title.
Yeah, I like that match. But man, but like I said, as long as Vince sees money.
Oh, it's like Crime Time. As long as he sees that money, yeah, he's gonna go for it.
Oh man, yep. Rest in peace, Chad Gaspard.
Oh my God, yeah, may he rest in peace. In fact, the way how he died was pretty, like selfless. I mean, he
went out a hero.
Yeah, he went out a hero, saving his own kid.
I was just telling Jenna about that. Yes, last kind of this early morning, kind of like at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the morning. I was just telling her about that.
And how did she take
it? She was surprised. She was surprised about that.
Well, then again, who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that just goes to show you that Shad, he's going to do whatever it takes to get his problem. That he would do. To do whatever it takes to get his kid to safety.
Yep.
The only thing that's bad this year is not only him dying, is compared to that. I think what's also worse is my brother passing away, Regis Philbin passing away, Kobe Bryant passing away, and so much more.
Oh, that plus this pandemic.
I'm telling you, it's like as if you're asking for life to end, please end. But then again, that's the point. It's another trial and it's another test for you to overcome. And I think this pandemic supposed to be just that, I believe.
Man, try teaching. Oh my God, teaching this year to kids is gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, it sure. Or better yet, teaching this to the next generation. To future, kids, like when they're not even born yet.
Mm-hmm.
Try teaching this to your kids in other countries.
Oh man.
And plus, you know what? Here's a positive side of this. At least it gives us, more social media interaction with one another.
That is true.
I mean, most of all this would not be happening. Not gonna lie.
I agree with that. I would probably not be doing this episode of Live and Uncut.
Nope. That, and plus, if you hadn't found people like me or Hiroshi Maru, you wouldn't be using StreamYard.
Yeah, I probably would not be using StreamYard. But really, like when it comes to finding you, I owe that to Christian Rants. First and foremost, if it wasn't for Christian Rants, I probably wouldn't have even found the Rant and Rave podcast, let alone you.
Yeah, Neo Rivera from Drowning on the List. Wait, what is that? What is that she talking about?
Oh, I think she was an actor. Yeah, she was an actress. She was an actress. She kind of died a similar way to Shad.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna head out for the night.
Oh
Thanks for having
yeah.
me on.
Sorry for not having you talk much. Of course.
Yeah, I don't know shit about wrestling.
At least you're
Hey,
laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about wrestling. I don't really keep up. I want to get into it though.
My advice, watch shows like NJPW, like New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and then watch AEW. Now, as for WWE, if you want to watch it, that's fine. It's your life. I don't care.
But you shouldn't start watching WWE, especially nowadays. You shouldn't start watching it nowadays.
I know it's shit, which is why I'm gonna skip it.
If you really want to watch WWE, watch it back in like say its glory days.
Mm-hmm.
Now that, as Carlito would say, that's cool.
Well, anyways, see you guys.
Yep, see you guys. And we're probably gonna end this episode.
Yeah. Oh my god. I never thought we'd be this long, but hey.
Hey, the first episode went for over 3 hours. So
yeah. But anyway, I'll give a closeout. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Please be sure to comment below after this video is done. And also be sure to subscribe to Phenomenal One. Be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified all times when you can do a video or a live stream just like this one. Also subscribe to me, J Menzel Jet, and also to Jonathan Hanna, Mitch Hill, and Generation Kenny, and Spyro the Bug Boy. And with that all being said, God bless you all. Have a great night and stay healthy for an even better tomorrow. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and take a shower and also change the litter box and go to bed. So, good night, everybody.
Yep. And we'll see you next time for Live and Uncut. Until then, Live and Uncut has been a P1 production. We'll see you next time. Have a good night.